What's up, everybody? Welcome to Flagrant 2 No Easy Buckets analysis by assholes. Water cooler commentary for your soul's needs.
Yeah.
This is the Patreon episode. What up, assholes? What up, what up, what up? Chuck it up. Keep it tight. I know you're in your automobile right now. Maybe you just sat down at your office for work. Maybe you're at your home chilling. I mean, it's Friday. You could be listening to this on a Saturday, a beautiful Saturday afternoon, wherever the fuck you are in the world. But we appreciate you tuning in. Saturday, so that's your day.
Yeah, right in the crib.
I'm Andrew Schulz. I'm here with Akaash Singh, Real Life Kaz, Alex Media,
fresh fit.
and Eden.
Oh yeah, don't forget
Kaz.
Kaz out here, boy.
Keeping it very, very, very
Brought
Nigerian.
the Wale Mania outfit out early.
I had to lay it out in my bed like weeks in advance, kind of like the first day of school.
This is a good
gold.
first day of school outfit. This shit is good, man.
School outfit. This is cozy vibes, bro. It's a little polo.
Yeah, but it's a throwback.
Ralph. You know what I mean?
Yankee fitted, the sweatsuit. That's an old school New York outfit right there,
thank
man.
you, bro.
That's some shit
Shout
in a
out
Mary
to
J.
Adidas.
Blige video.
Shout out to the plug. Of
You
Adidas
dressed like
for
the dude that
fucking-
broke Mary's heart.
I forgot what he's called. The Pharrell.
Ain't nobody care about that
This
shit.
shit's a fire, bro.
Get your fucking sneakers
fire
on.
to yours.
Take your
You put the-
sneakers.
put the
This shit is a
garbage joints
classic Nike Pegasus running. You know what I mean? This shit
The
been around
fuck?
for 35 years.
You said it with so much emphasis, I almost thought they were fire.
These shits is fire, son. They got the whole suit toes breed.
Oh, I thought those were just your comfy traveling shoes.
Nah, these shits is special, bro.
These is comfy.
Nah, they my comfy
Oh,
travel
yeah.
shoes. Yeah.
These is super comfy.
These shits look like you put them together on an
Hey,
island.
look, man, I'm for anything that covers your feet.
Bro,
And with that said,
but bring that back up because we're gonna talk about how trash these sneakers
Nah,
are.
these are fresh.
No,
you're
they
bugging.
not,
These
bro.
are fire, bro.
That shit looks like something you made.
The human, I forgot what it's called. Human.
Nah, that's a struggle sneaker right there, dude.
Yo,
Yo, you're about to be so wrong.
Yo, you think the kid...
Alex, as somebody who knows footwear.
Nah, I do think they're hot.
Thank you.
Those are fly.
Thank you.
You know what's cool?
Nice
Yeah.
colorway, but they're gonna get dirty dumb quick.
They're gonna
yeah.
get dirty, but it just looks
Those
like
are nice
it's put
day out.
together, bro. That's like a what is that? Gilligan.
Gilligan.
Yeah, like Gilligan made your shoe.
You know what's cool is the Chinese kid in the sweatshop can actually read the characters they wrote on the top of the...
Hey.
Yeah. See, show them. See, I want to wear it with.
Nah, I'm
that
just hating.
fit,
They're
but
fine.
this
I
is
guess
hard body
they're
crap.
fine.
Shouts to Kaz's plug at Adidas that hadn't hollered at us yet.
Bro, I literally just talked to that dude this week. I was like, you owe me a conversation.
He does.
And I was like, yeah. I was like,
What?
they're women's shoes?
And getting
They're
in on
women's
people
shoes.
today.
Yo,
Fire.
I had no idea
you're
women.
wearing women's shoes, B.
No, they have a woman's colorway.
That's
That's
this
your
one.
colorway,
That's your
Jay.
colorway.
Y'all are so dumb. Like y'all are dumb people. So Air Force Ones, the white Air Force Ones, that's a woman's shoe?
If it's in the woman's section,
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's a woman's shoe? You
like
saying
a little
that
check.
the white color Air Force Ones is a woman's shoe
If
that we
it's
all
in the
wearing.
woman's
They usually
section,
we
make
all wearing.
They
It's the
usually
white-
make a small difference for a women's shoe.
Yeah.
Did you see how little confidence you just said that with?
Nah,
It's like your tongue was fighting you because
You
so
did
much
lose
bullshit.
you're wearing
Alex.
women's shoes. What size is it? All right, what size is it? What size is it?
Hey,
you guys!
What size is
Say it
it?
with
It's a
your chest.
13, fam.
What size? Nah, let's see it.
Oh, let's put money on it.
Nah, what size is it?
Let's put
don't
money
do
on it.
I'm just asking. Come
Let's
on,
put money
son.
on it. No, let's put money on it. Let's put money on it.
Let's put money there at 13. Let's
Put
bet.
money. How much you want to put?
That there at 13?
Yeah.
$1 million.
Oh, of course they're 13. I just said that.
All right.
Yeah, but what was it? What would that be a women's? Like 14 and a half?
Like
15.
16,
Usually
15.
two
Something
sizes.
like that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Listen, these are my comfy
Like
shoes.
Lisa Leslie said.
Do you know what I mean? That's how I do it. I keep it. And look at these. Look at y'all socks ain't
All right,
shit
the
compared
socks,
to
the
mine.
socks, I'll give you the socks.
Yeah.
I'll
Like-
give you the socks.
None of y'all fucking with my socks.
Is
Like,
that odd socks?
come on,
Or-
that's
bro.
Cameron.
That's Cam. That's
No, I know
Dilla.
it's Cam, but like who made it? Stance,
Come
odd
on.
socks.
Yeah, that's Stan shit.
Yeah, I fuck
Look
with
at that
Stance.
shit. Ooh.
Yeah, I see the logo. That's Stance socks.
Woo! These shits are cute, bro. Look at my bunion. My bunion's poking.
How's your bunion poke through the sock?
Bro, that's what bunions do. That's what bunions do, dog. You got a little bunion
That
on
shit
your
look like
Oh,
foot.
no,
great.
I for sure got some bunions on my pinky toe.
Andrew feeling like greater than and less than.
What, I do got some trash feet. My left foot is so bad. Look at that one. That one's real.
The sock game
You
is
know what
real,
my
though.
foot looks like if you put it like this? Remember that video game where you used to have the motorcycle and then you could manage the hills?
Manage the hills.
Oh fuck!
What was the name of that
Nintendo game?
Yeah, it was a Nintendo game. Like
I think it was just called
Motocross.
Motocross. Yeah.
No,
Motocross
go
or
get your
some
fucking
shit
feet
like
off
that.
this table. It's
It
too
was
much.
Yeah, you
dog.
gotta
bro.
get your feet off.
Why don't
the
you put your
table.
feet up, bro?
Nah.
Man.
It takes this too much. This too
Nah,
much.
there's a lot. We're already here, bro. All right, see? It's just, what's these, the regular NMDs? The Adidas joints?
Some kind of Ultra Boost.
Oh, Ultra Boost. There it is. I fuck with the Ultra Boost.
Most comfortable shoes, man.
Shots of Three
Period.
Stripes.
Yeah, Adidas, hook us up.
Hook us up,
fuck?
Adidas.
Nah,
Fuck with you,
we
bro.
don't want your shit.
I want all that shit.
We don't want shit. We're
Checks
totally
over
fine.
stripe.
We're totally fine over here, bro.
Don't
We
say
totally
checks
fine
over
over here.
stripes. Checks or stripes. I'll take
Oh
it.
yeah.
Fam, I'm trying to get the Stripes to cut us a check. What the fuck y'all
Facts.
talking about?
Yeah, I guess
Talk to us, Adidas.
it will happen.
We got to go to Portland. I think we
It'll
just
happen.
got to run up in Portland.
Adidas in Portland too?
Yeah.
Everybody's in Portland, yeah.
Yeah,
And all the
everybody's in
people that
Portland.
work there
You
just
can go to
kind
Nike first though.
of bounce back and forth from
Ain't nobody going to Portland and going to
Nike
Adidas first.
to Portland. That's how the
Wait, time out. Have you ever been
employees
to
work out
the
I ain't been nowhere.
Oh god, I've been to the Nike company store. Like
Get your fucking foot off the table,
about you,
bro.
fam?
fucking
My
feet,
foot isn't
bro.
in your face. I purposely put it
That's
over
true.
here.
That's
All
right.
the fuck?
Put it here.
Y'all want me to do this?
All right, yeah, fuck
All right,
it.
let's
we're
do
here.
the episode.
All right,
Like that.
Come on.
All right,
All
go. Bet.
All right,
Let's
so
do it.
have you ever been to the Nike employee
Andrew
store?
like he giving birth.
They about to
Got his feet in the stirrups.
they about to figure 4 leg lock.
This the
You
games
can
we
see
ever
that at
been.
Wale Mania, April 7th.
April 4th, 7 o'clock.
This the gayest we ever been right here.
Is this?
Might as well
We had an
just-
episode where he rubbed my feet.
Oh my God. Anyway,
I ain't gonna lie, this is wildly comfortable. I love this.
yeah, that's why I do it. But you gotta do it in a direction where it's not, you know.
Well, it's not in his face, right? I didn't. Is anything just picking up? Like, can we get clear shots?
This is weird.
Is it weird?
Hey, Patreon.
This is
where we
like
get weird.
is this like the dick test that you have, like the gay test?
No, this is just annoying.
It's just annoying.
The gay shit is funny, at least.
I mean, this is a little.
just
I'm
having
a little
our feet in
uncomfortable.
people's faces. That's why you got to put it in a comfortable position. This isn't even comfortable.
That's not that comfortable.
This is so much
But
better.
looking at the socks different than looking at the shoes. Socks is like so much closer to the bare feet.
That is true.
I prefer the sock.
this is my first
'cause
time
the sock
wearing these
isn't
out.
dirty. This has been on the ground.
Like one
It's
time.
like
This is
New
my
York.
first time wearing these.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Find
but
these in the stash, waiting for a nice day out. So
Did you
as soon as
wear
it breaks
them-
50, I'm out.
did you wear them on the street though?
To get here, yeah, like that walk over here.
Yeah.
These are white as fuck. You can see the dirt here, which is like very minimal.
Would you kiss him?
I kiss them right now. That's how fresh they are.
Bet.
I kiss them right now.
Go for it.
I was just
The
about to say
bottom.
we should move
The
on, but
bottom,
I'm happy
son.
we stayed.
The
Okay,
bottom,
now you gotta put your
son.
fucking feet down
The
on the ground.
bottom,
Put that
bro.
foot on the ground. I don't want that shit. My voice just cracked.
You gonna catch some third world shit. Let's
Get
go,
it,
bro.
get it!
Hey, all
That's
right.
how fresh the feet
I
are.
respect
man.
it. I respect it. That's a move.
right,
that's a.
now I can
That's
take
a.
this shit
That's a.
off.
All right, boom. There you go. You earned it. You earned it
Holla
right.
at us, Adidas. That's all I'm
You
saying.
earned it.
Holla at us.
Oh God, guys, Patreons, how
What's
are
up?
you guys? I hope everybody is good. I hope you had a good week. It's Friday. We are recording this on a Tuesday, so if some wild shit pops off, forgive us. We'll address it next week. We'll get right back to it.
Wild shit has popped off.
Say what? No, I'm saying afterwards.
And since till then.
Yeah,
right.
you understand what I'm
Right,
saying.
right.
So, yeah, so just keep that in mind. Again, it's Tuesday. Alex and I got to run out to L.A. tonight. That's why we did this. This would be the only way we could all three of us get together here for an episode.
Andrew cooking.
Yeah, we're making some cool shit happen.
Some things happening.
Some cool shit happen. But y'all will see. Y'all will see. Akaash is coming from. Can we say where you're coming from? It's Patreon.
Oh yeah.
So Akaash is
yeah.
currently testing his willpower. He's testing he's testing
boy.
his sense of humor. This is maybe the highest test
Yeah.
of
Really?
your sense of
I'm
humor.
sneaking some little shit in there, but
Yeah.
I'm not like.
So currently you are in a
So, MTV,
brainstorming
yeah.
writing room.
Yes.
Just to set the tone, I'll let you take over after this. Is a lot of times before a show is made, they set up a writing room where people just throw out ideas, and usually it is the most fun part of producing a show because
yeah.
it's just
We've
you
done
and your
one
friends.
before.
We've done one
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
Akaash and I have done one
Yep.
before. We used to do it the Geico days. It's literally they pay you $300, $400 a day, and you just sit down in a room. They feed you, give you coffee, whatever you want, and they're just like, talk.
need
What's
ideas.
funny about pubic
Yeah.
hair? What's funny about
Oh,
throwing
so
up?
fun.
What's funny about fucking the first night? Now that is honestly maybe more fun than even filming the show.
Agreed.
Right now, Akaash is doing that.
Yes.
And you're doing it for a show about
Masculinity.
no
Toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity.
Oh yes.
They suckered me in by saying it's about masculinity.
So again, it could initially it sounds
Fuck
good,
me, man.
right?
Yeah.
Initially, it's
I'm
like
in.
masculinity
I'm hype.
on.
Then I get in there. It's a cuck ass dude. it's a bitch who's actually much less annoying than the cuck ass dude.
Wow.
And
It's always the
just
dudes that.
toxic masculinity. Fucking blah blah blah.
So the show's about what's wrong with toxic masculinity.
yeah, basically.
Okay,
Oh,
and it's like be funny about why this is wrong.
Oh, it was so little funny. Today we had a little bit of fun.
Okay, what'd you talk about?
You're
How do you
doing
make
this show.
toxic masculinity?
Like, when is it okay to say I love you to a dude? That came up.
Hey, Akaash,
Oh
Yeah.
God.
I love you, bro.
I love you, man.
I love you, bro.
I love you, dog.
I love you, bro.
Kaz, you alright?
See how we just did toxic masculinity? That's how we just did toxic masculinity.
I feel triggered
Take
right now. Gosh.
Guys, don't worry. We're gonna say I love you. It's just gonna be a little late. Fuck. See how, okay.
It's triggering.
Sister. All right. So break it down. What was the fun part?
So that was like when I was like, exactly what I said. I said, you can't just say I love you to a dude. You got to say man or dog or bruh. Like something has to come at
I
the
do
be
end.
a
that without
buffer.
even knowing.
Yeah, you say I love you, dog. You can't not. You can't.
You have to add
You have to.
some masculine shit with
And
it.
then they said, when are like times that you can say I love you? I said, somebody died, somebody went to jail. And then somebody else said, your best friend gets married. I said, nah. And then they were like, what? You can't say. I was like, he already saying it to his wife. You don't need to say it.
Yeah, no, she loved him.
Yeah.
Why did he need me to love him?
Exactly. You good. You got
Now, when they get divorced, if she dies in a plane accident, I love you, dog. You're not gonna get you. Yo, I love you, and then killing it.
Oh, yeah.
Like I love you and just silence.
That is weird.
That's a lot of tension, fam.
Yo, you can't do it. It's like hugging a dude and not patting twice. You can't. It's instinctive. It's a fucking.
I think we're making this show funny.
Yeah, like I'm already entertained.
I'm like
I'm
about it, you know.
All right, green light this shit.
So basically, you just have to write guy code from the perspective of a regular perspective.
Don't take it too far. That's it.
Right.
But I don't think they've gotten there yet because they don't have enough funny people in the room. Jordan Carlos is there. He's actually cool.
Yeah.
Funny dude.
Very funny.
Very funny,
funny
dude.
dude.
Very funny dude.
Yeah.
And there's this white dude. I don't know this guy's name. Nice guy, but just like opens the conversation with, so I'm a straight white cis male, and automatically I'm like, go fuck yourself, man. And then he talked about how
Disgusting.
patriarchy has broken us at every level and blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Disgusting.
shut the fuck up. The girl who was there was like, guys, masculinity's a good thing.
Yeah.
Which was, it was nice to hear a feminist say masculinity is a good thing. You don't want to get too far where it's like violent or whatever, but it's a
Right.
good thing.
Yeah.
It was,
What'd you say when she said that?
I was like, yes, exactly. That's the point. If it's like fucking
Listen to
rape,
this whore.
whatever.
You know what I mean? This bitch got a point, slut.
I actually didn't even
Fuck
hear.
is wrong with you?
I actually didn't even hear it because it was a
Speak
woman
up,
talking.
twat. Oh, exactly. Yeah. Sorry, who said that shit? Men are talking in this room.
And then
okay?
offer some dick.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna open your mouth. At least let us slide some cock in between it. Okay?
Some jack.
Okay. Rebecca, my name is Gwen. I don't give a fuck. You just turn into dice with everything. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Suck my dick. That was every dice thing.
Yeah.
Jack and Jill went up the hill. You're a whore.
Man.
Bro, that would be hilarious just to go in there and troll the girl, be toxically masculine with the chick in the writing room.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Are there any more writing days left? Can you do it?
No, I'm done.
It is. That's it.
Yeah, I'm done. I left early today to do this.
Are they
Yeah,
priorities,
I've had
bro?
enough.
Priorities.
I've had enough.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay. Faith in the show. You think it can rock?
No.
If they didn't call it about toxic masculinity, if they were just like, hey, let's just
Guy
talk
Code
about
2.0.
Yes.
Maybe, but I don't even know if they're gonna do that or whatever.
Okay.
We'll see. I don't even know if it's gonna get made. To be honest with you, it's a fucking wasteland over there.
Wasteland, bro.
Yeah.
It's scary.
They don't make any new shows anymore, do they?
They're still doing Teen Mom.
They show ridiculous.
They're like 30.
90 times a day.
Yeah, dude. Killer Mike was videotaping himself watch Teen Mom. It's so fun. It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. That should be MTV's programming.
Yeah.
Just famous people watching old MTV shows and just like laughing at like white ratchetness, because that's what MTV's turning into,
that's
right?
what it's turned into.
It's White World Star.
It's the other it's the other side of VH1.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. And they could win with that, low key.
Oh no, they're winning because they don't need to produce any new shows. Clearly,
I don't know if they're winning, to be honest with you.
No. They're doing horribly. But I'm saying, don't you think
That's
there's
the
a
niche.
lane a little
Find
bit?
that. Yeah, yeah. Lean
White ratchet.
in. Lean in.
That girl getting her man. They
That's
were like
all
arguing.
Fucking Jersey Shore.
She calls the cops on
Shore
her
been
man.
over for 10 years,
The
though,
other
bro. I wish
shit.
you would go back to
Yo,
that.
the
she
other
calls the
shit.
cops
What's
on
it
her man,
called?
right? Janelle, whatever. And he's this juiced up fucking guy. And the cops come pick him up, and then you just hear Mike in the background like, "Ooh, Rob, ooh, Rob, you should have stayed off that juice, Rob. That
Oh,
Roy's got you
fuck.
angry, didn't it, Rob?"
Hey, we gotta get Mike on this goddamn
We really
podcast,
do,
man.
man.
That's one of the dream guests.
Shout out to Mike, man.
We can get him. I'm gonna group chat with him.
Yeah.
The Black Nerd group chat. It's me, him, Charlemagne, Van from TMZ, and Wayno. From
Love it.
Complex. And always
Love
just
it.
talk about like black nerd shit, like Captain Marvel and
Faithful black male crew.
yeah,
That's what
exactly.
you guys
Yep. Faithful Black Men Alliance.
They cut us out of being faithful.
Yeah.
That's because none of them are faithful.
Well, I know. Oh my God. How fucked up is that? Is y'all appropriated being faithful from us, and now it's your thing.
I don't know a single black man who cheats.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying with this shit?
I
See what I'm
don't.
saying with this shit, bro?
I don't, bro.
See what I'm saying with this shit?
Listen, all
Damn.
the black men I know are faithful human beings.
You right, bro. You ever
Facts.
watch the NBA?
Here's the thing, I don't know those guys.
You ever watch Love and
know.
Hip Hop? It's an actual show out there.
Actually, I don't. Never watched it. Don't know these people.
You know
At all.
Mr. Buttons. JoJo B.
Oh gosh, Mr. Buttons.
Hey, John, hey, Joe, are you faithful?
We on fire!
This is how I get in
Put your
trouble
feet
again.
back up.
Oh god. Just so you guys know, I'm not participating again. So I'm gonna fucking yell at it.
Can we discuss or no?
Who
We can't
yelled at
discuss.
you?
I mean, nobody yelled at me, but people.
It's Patreon, though.
It's been awkward.
Can we discuss?
Betwixt whom? Betwixt whom?
It's been awkward.
Betwixt.
It's been
Betwixt
awkward.
whom?
Betwixt.
All right, so
Betwixt
like
you and
Every
Rory?
once in a while, Akash be breaking out some vocabulary, bro.
betwixt.
This kid.
Betwixt whom?
Every
it's
now
not
and
like-
again, I think forget your Indian,
Yo,
and then you be
I'll
like
let you know.
betwixt. I bet he could spell it too. Fucking knows all the letters, bro.
This shit is B-Twix with a T. That's it right there.
Okay, can we discuss?
Nah, I'd rather not.
It's
I'd
the
rather not.
Patreon.
I mean, it's not worth discussing. It's literally nothing.
Is
Patreon.
It's a non-issue.
Is your
a
boy
non-issue.
still mad that you got him kicked out of the fucking Jay-Z brunch? Rory in there proposing, nobody can watch him.
See, I'm not participating in this again.
Rory's proposal was like the tree that fell in the forest. Nobody saw that shit.
How fucked up is it? You gotta ask Memph Bleak if he could hold the camera so that you could propose to your girl.
Oh,
You
could
be like,
y'all
hey, Memph,
not, yo?
hey, Memph.
Could y'all not, please?
Hey, Memph,
please
you used to helping people out.
Please.
Come here. Memph just
Stop.
walking around the Rock Nation
Stop
brunch
it.
with a mimosa in case Jay thirsty.
Oh my god!
Y'all gotta chill, bro.
It's the
Y'all
Patreon!
gotta chill, man.
Patreon.
Chill.
These jokes
bro.
are betwixt us
Y'all
and the
gotta
Patreon.
chill.
It's
Clearly
betwixt,
it's not,
bro.
We've learned that clearly it doesn't stay in the Patreon.
Nah, it's betwixt.
Yeah,
Oh,
shit is betwixt
God.
us.
Betwixt,
Us
bro.
and the patron.
God
That shit is
damn it.
betwixt, bro. How you say betwixt in Spanish?
Oh boy.
Maricon. I'm wildin', dog. I'm toxically masculine.
I'm about to say, you could be in a room, keep in the writer's room, talk about toxic masculinity for 3 hours. This is what we fucking get.
Hey, let's make it more authentic and all of us leave.
Damn. Actually, this will take because this is the amount of people that were there for. Guys, tap it out! Guys, tap it out!
I'm back from India, baby.
It's back. Come on, it's daylight savings. It's daylight savings.
Damn.
Yo, Kaz, it's daylight savings. Son, you looking fit, Kaz?
Thank you, bro.
You looking fit, bro.
Trying, bro.
Golly.
I'm running and eating.
You running, eating? That's
You
what's
weren't
up.
eating at that brunch, I'll tell you that shit right now.
Yo, I still think that the
Oh, God.
the Ross Nation brunch is a great idea.
Rosk Nation brunch is a
Ross
fantastic
Nation.
idea. Let's do that.
Yes. Can we do that or no?
We ain't never get invited to it. We might as well.
You right. Actually, next year I'm gonna go just to spite everybody.
You could probably get in. You could probably get in.
That's light work.
And within a year,
can't.
views
That's
of
like
assist.
work.
This
No,
guy a
you
year
can't.
views of assist.
Alex, I can't.
Nope.
All right, how about this? If
You
you choose
absolutely
right
can.
now whether I can or I can't. If you believe I can, I take you. If you believe I can't, I take someone else.
Oh shit.
But then what do I get out of it?
We get to see if how deeply you believe in something.
Well, then I'm gonna say I believe you can because I want to go to that shit.
That's all I'm saying. You didn't believe that I couldn't enough.
what?
You
It makes
feel
sense.
betwixt.
I feel betwixt
You
right
feel
now.
betwixt right now, don't you? That
I'm
was
about to
good.
I'm about to
Yeah,
eat a
you-
Twix after
you
too.
thank you.
I
So-
feel betwixt eating a Twix.
Okay, so yes or no? I could go next year.
Yes, motherfucker.
All right, I'll take you.
All right,
Cuss
let's
at
go.
him. My
But
guy just
yeah, you
invited
didn't-
you to a Rock Nation brunch, dog.
Why would he cuss at me?
I
But
don't
you
know, man.
gonna propose to me?
Say what?
You better propose.
Damn. Why you think I'm taking it?
Exactly. All right.
He has to propose.
He
We're not
has
gonna be
to.
there.
Oh, damn it! I should participate.
Why?
Because
We don't know these people. You know these people?
Ain't nobody know anything.
I do. I know, Roy.
Come on, bro. Listen, it's Duce all day. Duce all day, bro.
You know how many hisses Joe Budden gonna hit his wedding speech?
Yo.
Every time. I thought Rory was gonna marry Maul. No disrespect to Maul, don't kill me. That wasn't a joke about you. That was a joke about hiss.
I thought he was gonna marry more. Oh shit. Yo. Damn, man. I'm glad we got that out the system. You know what I mean? Now we can go. Listen. What in the jumping Joloff is going on over here? What in the jumping Joloff is going on over here? Y'all are crazy. This is crazy out here, bro. Shit. Jesus. Joe, come on, yo. Y'all are nuts, man. What's Betwixt? That's a Solange album. You need to get on board. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Shit.
God. Wow.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Real talk. Real talk. You know what I mean? Let's go. You know? Yeah. It's y'all. Y'all. It's Patreon, bro. Yo, I feel toxically masculine. Y'all lucky ain't no titties in here. Because one would have been cupped. Not squeeze or grab, just like that. Like I throw a shoehorn on it. Your titty needs a
Put some
shoehorn.
C's on it. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Just a little whoop.
A little crib sign on it.
Yeah, you need more support.
Oh, fuck.
You know what I mean? It's a little stretch marks and shit. Why you got
Kaz,
stretch
why you
marks?
ain't talking? We used to doing this podcast without you. Ain't nothing.
That was like 3 months ago, right? You can't even use that excuse.
Listen,
I know, I was just gone.
we can forgive you. It'd be nice if Rory.
Yo, this motherfucker's a fool.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh boy!
Oh, wind it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh man!
Oh, we gonna have some clips for y'all this week. We gonna have some clips. We gonna have some clips. Something happened in sports? Something happened? Hey, something happened in sports? Something happened? Huh?
Oh shit.
Bro, it's all good. It's all good.
Speaking of Irish people getting locked up, you hear about Conor McGregor?
Ooh.
Nice little segue.
Ooh.
I'm a professional. I'm the next professional broadcaster.
You
out this
might
bitch.
be. Bro.
Oh, fuck.
So, I didn't read the whole story, but my assumption is... And I read the byline. He, like, took someone's cell phone.
Yeah.
But what's interesting now is cell phones are so expensive. Right?
Yeah, you said this earlier.
Oh, did we talk about this already?
Yeah, you said this last night.
Okay, that was last night. Yeah. So, cell phones are so expensive that anything over $500 is a felony. What? What? Cell phones are expensive. It's not like it's an expensive engagement ring or something like that.
Hey, I tell you whose cell phones doesn't have pictures of Rory's engagement.
Come on, guys, chill.
That's so funny. Oh my god.
Okay. Anyway, so the cell phones are so expensive. When you take somebody's cell phone, it's grand larceny.
Yeah.
Because I think anything over $500 or $1,000 is grand larceny, and when you smash it, it's like destruction of.
Kaz, come on, you're a part of this. This isn't Rory's engagement, for God's sakes.
God, look at this. Okay. Can we stop? We gotta stop, guys. Yo. Alex Media. Yo, Edit Media. Edit Media. What, you got some fresh air? Alex got some fresh air, bro. Y'all are crazy. Man.
Oh, man.
Okay, come on.
We good to go?
Nah,
Let's talk
grand
about
larceny
it.
though. Felony.
Felony. Yo, did y'all hear about... I'm not even doing it. I'm not even... No. What?
No, go.
This is dead serious. So, did you know that the guys who jumped Jussie Smollett? Apparently, his nickname was Jussie Jollof. That's what they would call him. The two Nigerians would call him Jussie Jollof the whole time. I mean, whatever. I thought I'd throw one more reference in there. It doesn't have to hit. You know what I mean?
I really wanted to that. I don't even want to segue back.
My God.
Okay, so Conor McGregor, this thug. This guy's a thug.
He really is.
Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about
He's
him.
Adrian Broner,
Yes.
but he has more success.
Much more success. But yeah, let's talk about this thug. The way that they talk about black athletes when they get arrested.
Yeah, he's a thug,
This
man.
guy's a thug.
In and out of jail.
He's violent.
Fighting people outside of the ring.
Fighting people. What the fuck?
Dresses flamboyant. Too much. Too brash.
Too brash. Just toxic. This is toxic
disrespectful.
masculinity.
Toxically
Disrespectful.
masculine, for
No
sure.
respect. I mean, just disgusting. So here's the question: do we take away his right to be in America if he's assaulting American citizens? You're not going to come to our country, make tons of money in our country, and then assault our citizens.
That's a good question.
Akaash?
We can't have this kind of thuggish behavior.
This is a thug.
That's a thug.
This
It's
is a
hoodlum.
real-
Him and his posse.
Oh, my God.
Him and his posse.
His posse.
Go around causing problems.
Abusing people. It's disgusting.
It's a hoodlum.
Complete hoodlum. Kaz?
I agree.
Man.
But it is funny because as we're saying this about him, I agree. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
It puts it in perspective. And when they've said it about athletes of color, I always thought it was a little bit racist. I was like, all right, why are we just applying all these things to this?
Right.
But he was being a fucking dick.
He's
It's
a thug, dog.
that's some thug shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna break someone's phone. What else do you do?
Who cares? This guy fought people, causing fucking destruction in an arena before a fight with somebody else.
That's a good point.
Homophobic language, pre-fight pressers, racist language. This guy's a thug.
Thug. What do we do with him, Cass?
Lock him up.
Whoa. How long?
Couple days.
Oh, just a couple of days.
Couple days.
Do you deport him?
I wouldn't deport him.
Let him stay.
Let him stay.
Because we can make some money off him, too. That's the other thing. America, we can make some money off this guy.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? He's going to sell out these fights.
Mm-hmm.
That's tax dollars.
That is.
You got to pay Uncle Sam if you want to work here.
That's why they're going to keep him.
I'm sure he does.
He better.
I'm sure he does.
Pacquiao wasn't.
Did they even explain why he took the guy's phone? Or
That's the other thing. What's the context? Because
the guy wanted a random picture.
talking to the mic right there.
My bad.
Yeah.
The guy wanted a picture with McGregor, and then he took his phone and then threw it on the ground, just stomped it like crazy. That's it.
I mean,
Oh wait, so he leaned in for the picture.
He like
and then
was
as
trying
he
to
took the picture, he took the phone and dropped
Yeah.
it. That's a dick move.
It is because you're a famous person,
Yeah.
and what comes with that fame is these inconveniences, and what comes with, I mean, like the inconvenience of poverty. I mean, McGregor's been there,
Right.
He's been poor and hungry.
Right.
Way worse inconvenience than having somebody jump in your face with a phone.
Fair. But I also get where it's like, why do people got to be so fucking obnoxious? Like, ask a guy for a picture. Hey, man, can I get a picture? Sorry, man. All right, no. All right, he's a dick. Conor McGregor's a dick at that point. But
Yeah.
you were decent. This idea that
Totally.
a celebrity
The other guy's not innocent. The other guy's not innocent.
Yeah, they're
That's
not. It's not Madame fucking Tussauds or whatever it is, where you could just go up to him and touch the motherfucker and take pictures with him, and he's gonna sit there.
right. Also, if he was holding his kid or something like that,
Yeah.
then everything's
Oh,
changed.
all bets are off.
Yeah. If it's
Was this possible? Or is it Miami?
Miami.
Miami. Yes. Does he live out there, or he's just out there like training or whatever?
I'm not sure.
I don't think he lives out there.
I assume he. I mean, I just assume
he was
he's.
at Miami Beach Hotel.
Yeah,
He's got
must
a
be out
place.
there. Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
he's
yeah.
training. Maybe he's just living a life. But
I don't know.
we got to know context. That
Here's the thing with Conor McGregor, man. Like the past couple of months, he's not like what really got him famous was him fucking people up, and the fact that he's doing this and knowing that like who's the guy who beat him up, Khabib or whatever.
Khabib beat his ass.
Khabib
dog.
beat the shit out of him.
beat the shit out of him.
Like it's kind of like that person who loses something and they try to do everything to distract from the fact that like I just got my ass whooped. And it kind of
yeah.
seems like he's been doing that lately.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Who's he? Is he even fighting soon? Can you look that up?
he got a 9-month suspension with time served. So I think he's
Right.
still got more time off.
This could add to it, though, right?
Oh,
Oh, for
absolutely.
sure. For sure. I think he's doing this because he doesn't want to fight anymore. He wants to be famous. He wants to be rich, but
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to fight no more.
So deep down, you're already rich as fuck. You making all this money off your whiskey line.
he has nothing left to prove as a UFC fighter at all.
As a whiskey guy, though, am I crazy in thinking maybe don't you need to like move your brand toward being more classy and more whatever? Isn't whiskey like a?
He's Irish.
I don't drink, so I don't know.
But he's
No,
That's
but
true.
like again, it's not like good whiskey. It's like I'm gonna get drunk off this
Okay,
whiskey.
okay.
Yeah.
It's called Proper 12, right? And I thought the 12 stood for the amount of years it was aged.
right?
And I found out that 12 is just like the
Cops.
not even a god proper 12. But no, it's the it's like a district of Dublin or some shit or wherever he's from. And that's their little spin on it. So you think it's 12-year-old whiskey, it's dog shit whiskey that which you can make even more money on.
Right.
It's
So-
weird. Like in most, like you said it before, but like in most cases, like I probably wouldn't fuck with Conor McGregor anymore. But like for some reason, I'm totally okay with it
Because he's authentic.
Yeah.
It's the same way we loved Tyson. We love, it's so rare when you're 100% authentic
Yeah.
that just like magnetizes you.
I heard
And
this is moving too.
Say what?
He's moving with these bottles, right?
oh,
Like
he's probably made more money off this than he's made off of,
fighting UFC.
yes.
Yeah.
Because
feel like
UFC took
between
half of that
this-
check that he got with Mayweather.
Between
50%.
They took 50%.
50%.
God,
That was the
damn.
rule in order to fight Mayweather. 50%. So if you make 100 million,
UFC
50.
took 50 mil. That's crazy.
Wait, sorry. He's getting 50. He got half of.
So the UFC acted as his promoter for the Mayweather
fuck,
fight.
and they took 50%.
Right, and some promoters take
And
10,
even
some
that
30,
50,
whatever,
Even that 50 million is more than he's ever made.
and ever will.
And,
The UFC,
yeah.
I'm learning, don't pay shit.
No,
don't.
UFC is pretty
They don't.
exploitative.
Fam, I was talking to Brendan Schaub. Shout out to Brendan Schaub, Fighter and a Kid. Check his podcast. He also does some good fight stuff below the belt. And he said that if you're not in the top 10, you have a day job.
Ooh,
Day job!
that's crazy.
Like, he goes, and most people in the top 10 anyway have some sort of day
Who's the
job where they're
heavyweight
trained.
champion that was like also a firefighter? I forgot his name.
Stipe Miocic.
Stipe Miocic. Yeah. I'm like, dude, this guy's a firefighter by day and the UFC champion by night. And it's like, fuck.
Crazy! And that's why when Oscar De La Hoya called it out, even though Oscar De La Hoya did an MMA promotion, the Ortiz versus, who was it? Chuck Liddell.
Okay. Is it Bellator or?
No, he did it through his own, like, Golden Boy
Golden
MMA.
Boy. Gotcha.
Right?
Okay.
And his whole thing was, UFC's not paying their guys, etc. I'm going to actually pay these guys. Now, Ortiz and Liddell, maybe they made a little bit of money, but everyone else on Oscar's card was making like $200, $300. So it was like nothing, dude. It was like spot pay.
Yeah, Oscar
for
ain't shit
stand-up.
either, right?
He ain't shit either.
ridiculous.
But what's crazy is he said that about Dana, and Dana went on a press run. He was on every outlet going, this is bullshit. I've always paid people more, blah, 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 this, that, the other. And that's how you know
Yeah.
he's doing damage control,
Yeah.
right? Because
That makes you look guilty as fuck.
yes.
I mean, it's just way too many fights to regulate to even, to be able to pay some of these guys some livable wages. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're in the top 10, right? And I can only probably name, like, there's probably only like a handful of UFC guys that are household names.
Right.
You got, like, Rousey, McGregor, Bones, Silva,
Daniel Cormier, Brock
and,
Lesnar.
Brock, you know what I mean? And it's like, fuck, they have like
Nate Diaz.
hundreds of fights a year.
Yeah.
Hundreds of fights a year.
Yep.
Every week there's a fight night on ESPN. They can't be making more than $1,000 per fight.
No, they are.
They are.
Some guys are making more than $1,000, but we're not talking about, like, in boxing, if you were this well-known. Like, Nate Diaz wasn't good until the fight with Conor, till the fights with Conor.
Right.
That's where he made a few million. And he's not good until he dies now.
Yeah.
So, like, you have guys that are more... it's very similar to comedy, where, like, remember when VH1's Best Week Ever and those shows were
Yeah.
out, or even Guy Code?
Right.
Remember we were more famous than we were rich?
Yes.
Like, there was a time where we would walk down the street and everybody knew us that was young.
Yeah.
And we were making as much as their parents.
If that.
If that, right?
Yeah.
So it was this weird time, and now it doesn't exist because TV's fallen off and the internet's rising and there's different ways. But there was a time in history, pretty much when all of us got on TV,
Yeah.
Right.
where
It was about the look.
It was about the look,
look,
but
yeah.
the assumption was that we were millionaires. Remember,
Right.
someone would see you on the subway, and they'd be
Yeah.
like, "You ride the subway?"
Yeah.
That was a real question,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it was like you didn't want to break this guy's heart by telling him, it's like, "Oh yeah, that Guy Code show that like everybody watches. We got $1,500 to film an episode
Yeah.
for the first season."
And there's
not much.
There's 10 episodes in a year, and that's it.
Yeah, we might do 2 seasons a year.
We
but
might
still.
do 2 seasons in a year, yeah.
Jeez.
That still ain't, you know what I mean?
But that's what's happened. But at
But
least
it's
with that,
MTV,
you're not
like,
losing
but
your
to
brain
those
cells.
kids though, like, and I guess to people who watch the UFC, like, that's good enough. You know what I mean? Like, that's good enough. It shouldn't be good enough for a guy like Conor.
Right.
Because
These
it
are
should be
people who don't have other options.
Yeah, like people who have put your sport on the map, like you have to take care of it. I
And
think that's what
Conor's
Dana's
making money,
talking about.
and that's why he fought. He
Absolutely.
fought Dana to make the money, you know. But like, Brandon basically told me is like, yo, these people don't have other options. Like you're talking about people who do UFC. It's like they couldn't do anything else. There was literally nothing else that they could do. You know, we're talking a guy like DC who's a gold medalist. I mean, obviously he could coach wrestling and that kind of stuff. But
He
like,
got the Fox Sports gig.
but he got
You know what I
that
mean?
via
Yeah,
UFC.
Yeah.
When the reason you do UFC is because there's nothing else.
The only person making real money from UFC is Joe Rogan.
And I wonder how much he gets.
I mean, I'm just saying his podcast probably got hit a new level with the
Oh,
whatever. Like
without
he
a
parlayed
doubt.
it in other things. That's what
And-
Conor's doing.
And you want to know something interesting? He did that shit for free.
Really?
He's like, dude, I just love the sport. And they're like, yeah, we're broke. We don't have any money to pay. He's like, I'll just come do it.
Really?
If you give,
Yeah.
you
get
get
everything.
everything, bro.
Wow.
I'm telling you, dude.
I had
Yeah,
no
I'll
idea he
just
was
do
doing
it because I
that.
love it. Like the payment was the joy of doing it.
Right.
It's like, to be honest, starting this podcast, we all
I
did
knew-
this for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At a
It was
loss
fun.
for a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now we balling on this Patreon shit.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Or a shout
Thank
to the
you.
assholes.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks. Hey,
guys.
guys, thanks.
Tell
Hey,
your friends. Tell
hey,
your friends.
I'm just gonna whisper right into your thanks.
I say thank you every time I walk in my apartment.
You
Give
should,
my
goddamn.
a place to live.
Oh God.
What else we got, Akash? What do you think?
Yesterday was fucking great.
Yo.
Yeah, so much fun.
Let's talk about
So
it.
much fun.
Oh,
No,
you-
I'm talking about Russell.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
that's speaking of fights.
Go. Because we had an interesting talk about this on Idiots. So I'd like
I
to hear
went
what
to
you guys.
sleep just watching that video of Russell Westbrook yelling at the fan, like the phone side. And you already saw the narrative taking place on Twitter or whatever. And people were
Right.
like, God damn, Russell Westbrook. And
No, I immediately was on his side.
No, same. I was like,
Yeah, Kaz, I saw your
as
tweet
soon
about
as
it.
I saw that shit, I was like, where are they playing at? I looked up, I said, oh, they're playing at Utah. I'm like, by the morning, we'll have the full fucking scope of what this exactly was. And lo and fucking behold, as soon as that shit came out, I was like, all right, don't jump so much on Russell Westbrook until you hear exactly what set this dude off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because for all the shit people talk about Russell Westbrook, he's a knucklehead at it, never got arrested. never been in any type of real trouble.
Family man.
Family
Family
guy.
man.
The worst thing is he plays too hard.
Oh, God
That's
forbid.
that's the
God
worst thing
forbid.
anyone's ever said about Russell Westbrook. He plays too hard. He stat pads. He's going for too many rebounds.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you can say about a guy. And to have him flip out and say, "Yo, I'll fuck you and your wife up."
That was my favorite part.
What, bro?
Bitch, you
Bro.
ain't immune. Bitch, who you gonna fucking
When he
mouth
said
off
you
to
and
an
your
NBA
wife,
athlete?
I'm like, oh no, something was said. I'm like, something was said.
Bro, that
There's a
was
big difference between
hysterical.
hitting a woman and letting a woman know she could get hit. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's called jail.
Yeah, it's called domestic violence.
That second one is just a nice, friendly little reminder. Don't get out too
That
out.
shut her up real quick,
Yo,
too.
I bet.
Because
You know
you know
what?
she was yapping, like, the husband said something, and he was like, I'll fuck you up, and the wife was like, you won't do shit, I'll fuck
Fuck you
up,
and your
too.
wife.
She's
You
know
Yeah.
what's beautiful about that?
down, honey. This is unacceptable behavior.
It was the rare moments in like Black Twitter where we all condone domestic violence for like 2 seconds. For like 2 seconds. They looked at Russell Westbrook and they saw that he was in Utah and they're like, oh no, we know how Utah. That's Boston West, basically. Like the most, as soon as it happened, Matt Barnes, fucking Jalen Rose, all these people came out and like, yeah, Utah is probably the most racist place I've ever played at.
Really?
Like the worst place to play at. You know what I'm saying? As far as like people will say. Legendary story. Playoff game. I think Derek Fisher, who used to play for the
Play
Jazz,
for the Jazz, yeah.
he left Utah to go care for her daughter
His
who
daughter.
had lost the eye through cancer or whatever. He's shooting a technical free throw. There's Utah fans going like this. That's not funny.
It's kind of funny because they're Mormons. You know what I mean? Like, you don't expect that from Mormons.
No, and it's the classic fucking throw a stone and hide your hand type of shit. Because of course they found the dude in the crowd and they interviewed him.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh man, you know, he was acting a fool because you know he told Paul George not to make up with Joe Ingles after he poked him in the eye and yada yada. He's like, I never cursed at him, bro. I never said anything out of line. I'm like, yo, just because you didn't curse at somebody doesn't mean you can't say something out of line.
Right.
Especially with an athlete. And this all goes to say what we've been saying on the show for years now.
Right.
Real quick,
We need another mouse in the palace.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna not even need. It's gonna happen.
It has to happen, Like it has to.
This is where we're going to see if Adam Silver has any balls. And I don't think he does. But if he doesn't suspend Westbrook, the league goes into chaos.
No, I don't think it's on Westbrook, bro.
You have to.
You got to do something about the fans.
No. You have to do both. The fans, like I've always said in this podcast, you have to protect the players. You have to protect the players. That being said, Russell Westbrook is one of the faces of your league. You can't have him
he's
saying
an MVP.
publicly, you're MVP. You can't have him saying publicly he's going to fuck up a woman. You just can't have it.
That
That's
was the
bad for
one
NBA.
thing. That was the one
if
thing.
he said it to the dude,
If I
he's a
could take-
hero.
If I could take one thing away, I'm like, bro, leave the
You
dude's
just
wife
can't do
out
it.
of it. You
And
can't
as the
say that.
NBA, how can you put dollars behind that? Like, you have to have him rectify that situation. I think he did apologize, right? Afterwards, he was
No.
like, it was just the heat of the moment. No, he did.
No, he didn't apologize.
No.
He said
He said
if I put in the same situation, I'd say the same thing again.
He's the realest.
He kept
dog.
it
Look up
all the way
Oh,
1,000.
shit.
Somebody
Look
else.
He went Tucker Carlson.
That's
Yo.
what I
Yeah.
fuck with.
He kept
So-
he kept all the same energy.
He said the
see
guy
that
told me
energy,
go
yeah.
back to. He said go back where you came from, and I think we know.
He
what
said
that
he
means.
said get on your knees like you're used to.
Oh, there
That
you
was
go.
the name.
What does that mean? Charlamagne brought that up today. What is he used to doing?
I think it's just slave shit, right? Like bend down for
It was
the master.
It was something.
Do you
it's
get on
a
your
lot of
knees for the master?
semantics. Nobody's telling me to get on my knees for anything.
Yeah, I think that's more homophobic.
I don't think it has to
I don't
be-
think it's
I
slavery.
don't think it has to be
Oh,
anything
I
racial.
assume it was.
I'm
Even
like,
if
I'm
the
a
guy's
grown
not
man.
right, I would have taken that as the context of what you're saying is racial. And then they also, I don't know if this is real or not.
just took it
This was
homophobic.
retweeted by a dude on the ticket, and he said, "I don't know if this is real, but if it is,
Oh,
that's
that is
crazy."
real. The
So
dude's
this is
Twitter
this guy's
account?
Twitter account. He said somebody tweeted something at him, and he said, "Come at me, N-word boy." And then he says, "Black people should all go back to Africa," or something like Russell Westbrook needs to go back where he came from. Hashtag MAGA. And then someone said, "Oh no, no, no," and then he retweeted that and said, "Did I lie?" And he's got like Bill O'Reilly retweets, which doesn't necessarily make you whatever, but it's just the guy is pretty clearly racist. And now all his tweets are
Somebody
deleted.
said that like some of these tweets were fake. I think Shannon Sharp was like,
So it could be. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's real.
Eden,
By the
do us a
time it
favor.
started blowing
Tell
up,
them to keep that down.
by the time it started blowing up, he started deleting
shit. Yeah.
So
People
last I
see each
checked,
other.
he just had 2 tweets that said one like "I'm innocent" or something like that, or no, you're only hearing one side of the story or something like that.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like somebody who had to delete a number of tweets overnight.
Protect the players, yo.
Yeah.
You got to protect the players.
I kind of think we're at the point of no return, to be honest. Like, I feel like the only way to reset the world of the fan-player relationship is to have somebody run up in the stands and be like, all right, this is you went this long without protecting players, you went this long without checking fans. I'm
Russ
like,
the
all
guy.
Somebody's got to do it.
Make him the head of the players union. This the motherfucker. This the guy.
I don't know who's got to do it. Maybe not Westbrook. Like somebody, it has to be somebody.
Nah, it has to be
On
like
a
a darling of the league,
has
like
to be a
Steph
darling?
Curry or something like that.
Steph Curry can't fight.
Yeah, but
I
just
don't
like
think it needs to be a darling.
push a fan. That's it.
It has to be It has to be a
Because then
wily
you know,
veteran.
like, wow, somebody as nice as Steph.
He's making an interesting point. If Steph is pushed to the point where he feels like he needs to take a physical act,
Yeah.
then we have to reflect. If it's Russ, we're going to go, Russ is crazy. That's what Russ would do.
Yeah.
Let's
But if
Jesse
it's-
Smollett,
happened-
Malice in the
happened-
Palace.
This has happened to Russell Westbrook in Utah before.
You want to stage one?
Yeah, let's Jesse Smollett it. Let's have me and Steph will stage something. I'll say some wild shit. He'll run up in the crowd, pretend he gets in a physical fight with me.
So you would
I'll
take
get
you would
thrown
take
out
a
of
few
Warriors
punches
games.
from Stephen Curry.
I could take a punch from Stephen Curry. fam.
I don't know if you can, bro.
That shit going to be on target, baby.
It's
That shit going to hit you exactly where you
just
want,
gonna be wild
bro.
accurate.
Ain't going to be nothing missing with that, bro. Swish.
My man gonna flick his wrist when he hits me. We're good.
Fair enough.
We're good.
Fair enough. Just a slap, though, with that
Yeah.
follow through. I don't know if you want all that.
I'll take that for the league. You know what I mean?
Somebody's got to do it. I think you think it's Stephen Curry. I think it has to be like a fucking OG. Like it has to be like Zach Randolph or somebody.
Yeah, Vince Carter.
Yeah,
Someone who's been in the
Vince.
league for a minute.
Like I ain't taking
There's
this
something
shit
like
no
that.
more. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't
Just
want
to-
to. I don't want to leave this entirely, but Kaz, you have an interesting perspective on something that's going on right now and is somewhat sports related, just because sports guys are involved in it. The Yes Julz saga that happened on Twitter.
Oh God.
Okay. So Yes Julz, I don't even know what she does or anything like that. She's like a Puerto Rican or Cuban chick from Miami.
A
Right.
white girl.
She's
No,
a
she's
white
not.
girl. She's a white girl.
No, she's Cuban.
She's just white.
She's a
No,
white
she's Cuban. Look
She
up
said
right
she's-
now.
She said she's Puerto Rican and whatever. She's a white girl, bro.
But Latina of Latina descent.
yeah, she's a white girl, bro.
But genetically, what is she?
She ain't shaking no maracas. She ain't the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Shaking
She ain't
no
doing none of
Her
that.
background.
She ain't making no rice and beans, bro. She's a white girl, bro.
Why is she a white girl?
Shaking.
She-
But her background is Cuban.
Yeah. I guess fucking if you 23 and meet her, yes, she's Cuban or something.
I mean, you're Nigerian.
Whatever.
She's Cuban, right?
Absolutely,
Like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
so,
absolutely.
so basically,
Nobody would ever confuse me for Cuban or white. She's white.
right?
You're saying because she looks white, she is white.
Well, she is white. Like she's like I think she's
In
Scottish
appearance.
or Irish or some shit, and Puerto Rican
And
or
I'm
some
gonna
Cuban.
look up her
some
address.
wild
I'm
shit.
gonna look-
Who gives a fuck?
Whatever.
Anyway,
So Twitter is they killed her, has been trying to kill her for a while, right?
yeah,
Now you've defended her in the past.
I have.
Yeah, didn't you say like? Didn't you say like her whole platform has been used to like build black people and get black people paid, and she supported black people and black women are.
I don't remember saying
know-
that.
I know what
I remember saying that she did put on a lot of young black artists.
Yeah.
She's not the first to, but she's definitely put on like she's definitely worked with a lot of young black artists. But the thing is with her, I wouldn't say I defended her. I would say she didn't bother me. Like,
Juliana Marie Goddard. So I don't think Goddard is Latino, is it?
At one
Latina?
point, like she just didn't like. It was one of them things where it's like it just didn't bother me
Cuban.
until it hit too close to home.
What
Where
was
it's like you
too
can kind of
close to
see,
home?
like Karen and Scotty are like two people that are like very. Like,
So yes,
dear to
Jules,
me.
just for everybody listening, she does. What does she do? Let's paint set the table here.
She's
Besides have a dope body,
she's who cares? She's like
you know
an
you'd hit that
influencer.
shit still. You know you
honestly
still
wouldn't,
hit that
bro.
shit.
I
She
honestly
just drop
wouldn't.
that pussy off over.
I swear, it's not worth it, bro. I wouldn't do it.
Better than me.
Hey, knock yourself out, bro.
Don't die on that island, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
definitely not.
That's
She's like an influencer.
Good enough for
like,
Braun is good enough for Schultz, man.
You
That's
know,
all I gotta say. Go on. She's an influencer.
God damn.
She runs a record label or management company.
Are you trying to like ruin like all my political connections one fucking episode?
It's the
God damn it.
Patreon,
No, I don't give a fuck, bro. Goddamn.
Bro.
Shit will make shit has made it out the Patreon. many
Patrons,
times.
don't leak this shit.
God
Come on,
damn
sons.
it, yo.
Come on,
Fuck.
sons. Don't leak nothing. Go on, pussy fat. That pussy fat, son. Look at that. Yo, look at the. Let me see this shit.
Yo,
Hold
nah,
on.
keep
Real talk. Look at that. If you even listen to.
Oh my god.
Damn. All right, go on. Okay. So
from what I know, because I don't really get into her business or whatever, she
Right.
does kind of like. She's an influencer turned like marketing she has her own company that she's done with like worked with other brands and worked with artists and put on festivals, and she has a radio show and all this other shit. But her thing is she's been co-opting black culture for many years,
right.
for her own benefit and
And
to
others
me-
benefit.
and that's the thing, like to me for a while it just didn't bother me because I always thought, and to my which I'm willing to fucking take ownership of and being like, okay, like I was wrong on that. I thought it was harmless. I was like, there's a bunch of white people in the industry that I fuck with that work with black people that, you know what I mean? It just didn't bother me. I didn't hate her. I didn't go to bat for her, but I was just like, who gives a fuck? It's not my lane at all. Don't give two shits.
Right.
It's when
Click that one. Go on.
It's when she. Oh God, fuck.
Wale mania.
Oh, boy.
Yes, Julz got a little Wale mania. Yes, you cannot win today, bro.
That is incredibly unfortunate.
That is funny.
You
gotta
can't
admit-
even put that on us. We didn't know. That's Google heard our
Son,
conversation.
Google threw that shit out. But shout out to Wale for
bruh.
getting behind that.
Nah, I mean they had beef for a while.
Oh, they had beef?
Yeah, they kind of like went back and forth because Wale kind of.
Wale called it out.
Yeah, Wale called her out for what she was, and she seemed like somebody who was, you know, somebody who. I'm not the type of person to be like to put out rumors about like you
Fucking
who
people
did
for
who
fame?
whatever, none of
Yeah.
that shit. That's not my fucking deal. But like it's been
Known that
reported
she
for
was
a
willing,
while,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things where it's like I don't like. It's until she became destructive when I was like, I can't fuck with that.
What'd
like, I
she
have
do
to
that's
actively-
destructive?
Like, I guess she went on this podcast with like Biscuit and like Murder Mook and some other folks. And I guess it was her first time really talking about like all the shit, like the shit storms that she's been through, like with the fucking the sex tapes and the fucking.
She has sex tapes.
Got sex
Yeah,
tape. Can you see if you can get that up?
With whom?
Oh God.
Some Puerto Rican kid or Mexican kid.
Yeah, you have to know a lot about this person. Why am I
I
speaking?
looked at that shit. Son, play
did.
that with the audio, fam.
The audio.
I want you to fuck me every day like this. I remember watching that shit like every day. Man. That's mucho.
So my shit is like it didn't bother me. Don't put up the volume, you asshole.
no. Pump the volume on this, fam. You got the vid?
Yeah,
You ready to go?
this is one way to get our podcast shut all the way.
It's
the
not
fuck
gonna
out.
get shut down.
Yes, it is, bro. Like she.
That's
like,
how you
she
know.
Went out, she went out and like she tried to sue people for like playing that shit and like
Word?
posting it. Yeah.
Play that shit.
My thing is, it didn't hurt. She didn't really bother me until she became destructive and she started talking about people.
Talking shit about your people.
Yes, you know what I'm saying. People who I know for a fact are out here like
Supporting the culture, helping the
Exact-
culture.
like,
yeah.
Who'd she
Not-
talk shit on?
Scotty
Karen
Beam.
Civil, Scotty Beam, two people I'm very close.
That's
with.
your peoples.
Yeah, like that's damn near family. And like, when you go at, it's one way. It's one thing to defend yourself,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? She's taking a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's entitled to say whatever they feel like,
Right.
whatever. I get that, but it's like to turn it on like two other black women, like during like Women's History Month, where like you're supposed to be, it's all supposed to be about sisterhood and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And mind you, like I know for a fact, like Karen never really like shit on her when she had the opportunity to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then she goes back and does that to her. Like it was foul to me.
It's corny. Hold on one second. Hold on.
Wait, Drew, are you sure about this one?
I'm positive. Where's the picture? Where's the picture? And we're back. So we decided to just watch a little video, guys. How did you feel?
This might be the last episode of Flair. Yeah, bro.
I just don't understand how she could sue.
Well, no, we're not putting it in the thing.
Even if
obviously.
she did, even if we did.
She could very easily sue. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely easy.
We are playing a video online.
Yeah,
That
that's like saying
exists.
like the NBA. It's like we can't play NBA videos.
Is this
clearly.
video licensed by Yes Julz?
She's in the video.
It's her like in depiction.
Yeah.
So you can't necessarily.
That shit is a cease and desist.
You know what?
All right, you die on that hill.
You know what it is? This is what it is. This is why the website isn't responsible. Those porn websites operate as hubs for content, and they're not responsible for the things that are
Yeah.
uploaded. And that's why the
Same
site
rules
can't be
YouTube
sued.
use,
Exactly,
same
yeah.
rules.
So it's like
Yeah.
YouTube goes, hey, upload whatever you want, blah, blah, blah. Whereas we are responsible for what's on this.
Yes.
Cease and desist, bro. We can get a warning.
You have no idea
you
what
wanna
you're
roll?
talking about.
You want to roll the dice?
Yeah, I'm definitely
No,
not rolling
we don't
the
need to
fucking
roll the
dice.
What's
dice.
past Secaucus?
Yeah.
I go to Newark.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
he's living in Secaucus now. You're gonna be in fucking Jersey City.
that's a
on my
moving
way.
on up, isn't
Yeah,
Is
that's
it?
all right.
Oh, well, shit.
Okay, so let's ask. So then she starts.
Can I ask what she said about Karen and
Yeah, what did she say about
whoever
Karen?
else?
Nothing necessarily negative, but it was on some shit where like she was, you know, they were
No, I knew.
gassing her to be like, yo, why don't you name some names of people who's talking shit about you? It's like, oh, Scotty Beam, Karen Civil, and you know, she said something on the lines of like, we're in two different lanes. I don't do what you do, you don't do what I do, yada yada yada.
That doesn't
But-
seem destructive though.
You don't mention people's names, bro. Like you just don't. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Right.
all they needed. And she's done this before where she's done dumb shit and then had to do like these apology letters, like fucking wearing the like, yo, should I wear this shirt? And it's like, yo, it's the shirt said niggas lie a lot, right? And that's what got her into a lot of hot water, lost a lot of fucking endorsements, all that type of shit. And, you know, people was on her ass. And, like, even that, when I was like, oh, that's fucking stupid.
Right.
You know, you apologize, whatever. Now it's like, I've been on this shit where it's like black outrage is the easiest marketing tool in the world. What could we do to get black people upset? And I'm just like, yeah, at this point, you just got to ignore shit like that. You know, like you tried everything. You tried, you know,
Fair enough. Akash.
being fair, all that
Your
bullshit.
thoughts?
Like it just,
I don't. I mean, I don't know. She's gonna keep winning. She's
what's a win though?
She's attractive. She's gonna keep having her followers and keep going up. The more, just like Tommy Lahren, the more publicity you give her, the more she's
Yeah.
gonna win.
Yeah.
The more people are gonna be like, "Who gives a fuck? This is a bad bitch," and then she's gonna keep pushing up
And
her
that was
followers.
the thing though. It was a bunch of dudes on that show that like really.
But didn't
give
she
a
say
fuck.
that dudes fucked her? Like, didn't she say that like Budden was trying to fuck her? She said that like Braun, like I think she was really opening up about all these dudes, right?
Her and Braun are supposed to be homies, so I doubt she would try to fuck with that.
Well, Braun was tweeting about her and like putting her up and all
Yeah.
that kind of shit. I guess when he was in Miami, they were trying to not take down Braun, but be like, check him, be like, yo.
Yeah, I saw
I don't
Carlos
know if
retweet that.
I don't know if any of that's true.
No,
to be
well, Carlos
honest, but-
retweeted something from. It was like a screenshot of Braun saying something like, "Yo, shouts to Yes Julz, my homegirl, whatever." It's like from 2009 or something, from mad long ago, 2012. I don't know, whatever. But like,
Yeah,
they
I'm
are
not-
supposed to be cool.
I'm not touching that.
I'm not saying they fucked. I'm just saying they're cool, right? I don't think that's fake. But if she opened up about people fucking her, that's the question. Did she do that?
I don't think so.
She gonna win, man. She's just doing Tommy Lahren.
It's a good
Hip hop
point.
Tommy Lahren.
It's a good point, Akash.
The thing is, she's
Yeah, but she's doing.
she's
hip-hop
used a
Tommy
lot of
Lahren
black, like her. She's
in
not
the wrong community.
the black audience, like the hip hop audience, is her core audience. That's not Tommy Lawrence.
Like Iggy Azalea took a trash act all the way to the fucking VMAs.
Yeah, but as trash as she was never disrespectful of black people. She's never like said the N word. She's never insinuated.
I generally just think outrage only makes you money. The more people get outraged and talk about you, the more money you make.
There's an argument to
It gets to a certain breaking point though, and I think we're kind of at the breaking point with her, where it's like before, like people like I think.
Here's
I
my
think-
take on it. Here's my take on it, right?
I think the majority of people felt like
here's
me,
my take. Here's my
where they
take.
just didn't give a fuck.
Right, here's my take. I think what happens is there is no room in there's no room in black cultural things for non-blacks that are in front of a camera, in front of the limelight.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Can I just say the end of the point?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Now, you can operate in that space, but they're waiting. They're waiting to take you down. They tried to take down Post Malone,
It's not true.
and Post was like, fuck this shit. I'm a rock star. Starts dressing all weird and goofy, really leaning into the rock thing. I don't do hip-hop. I don't even rap. I'm just a musician, whatever like that. And he coasted out of it and around it.
That's not true also.
Let me just continue. If you want to have no opinion whatsoever, or have the opinion that goes along with whatever Black Twitter says, you can operate in those space. You can be Rosenberg, right? Rosenberg had an opinion for a second with the Nicki Minaj thing, and then got some heat, then moonwalked that shit back real quick, apologies, and then has never had an opinion against Black Twitter's consensus since then, right? It's just whatever, that's it. Yep, I believe in that the exact same way. It is a tough thing to be in that space if you want to be in front of camera. Behind the camera, if you want to make money, if you want to be Lior, go make some money. If you want to be an exec behind the nobody sees, go make some money. But if you want to be in front of the camera,
make real money.
If you sure, you make real. But if you want to be in front of the camera, your opinion is the opinion of Black Twitter. And if you diverge from that in any way, shape, or form, they're ready to cook it.
No, I don't think that's true.
Now you give me your reason.
The
why.
reason why I don't think
I
that's
feel that
true
way.
is-
I don't
is-
like seeing white people. I don't like seeing this white bitch make money off hip hop. Like what? You're the actual last person this is for.
Interesting.
Of all the demographics hip hop was created for, black men and women, Latino men and women, very whatever how that goes first,
Caribbean
second,
and-
whatever.
yeah.
West Indian, fucking Mexican, whatever, Chinese, Indian, white dudes, and then white women. It is the actual last group of people this music is for.
Interesting.
So when I see any white people, I'm just like, what are you doing? Like,
Just
you
a
got
little-
your own
yeah.
shit. Go.
You've said you hate white rappers.
I hate why I'm white rapper racist.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna backtrack on this.
So if you're capable, do you think it's possible that other people
And that's
share
why
the
I'm
same
agreeing
thing?
with
And
you.
it's not even your culture, right? This
Well,
is
yes.
a culture you admire, and you're like,
So I'm saying
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you. For us to act
Right,
like
right.
this doesn't exist, it's a big percentage of
it
people.
exists. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. It exists. It might not be for every like
G-Eazy don't got no opinions about nothing.
Jeezy says all the right things.
Yeah.
You know, H&M does that shit. Cut ties because he knows that he has to. He is beholden to the opinions of the mob if he wants a career in this
It's
world.
not a mob, bro. Like that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not a fucking mob.
Well,
when it comes
we'll
to
see you'll see when you experience it because I've experienced it.
I've
So,
experienced it too. But at the
Alright.
same time, you have done. Well,
How much
clearly
money?
it's
How much
different for
money?
you.
How much money you lost
It's
from
clearly different for you, obviously, because
it?
you're
I lost
white.
6 figures from it.
I understand that.
So
but at the same
that's
time,
the mob shit for me.
Well, here's the thing. One thing you can't do if you're going to comment on hip hop culture is one, disparage our women who actually contribute to the culture, and two, you can't put yourself in a position where you think you're more than just a spectator. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all spectators to a point. The people who got heat from that shit wasn't just Julz and the white people. It was the 2 black dudes that sat there and let them talk crazy about black women. Murder Mook and Biscuit probably got it harder than Julz because you expect that from Julz.
But we're not talking about them right now.
Respect-
We're talking about Julz.
But I'm saying that's just a rule with everybody. I'm trying to say, like, the shit that you'll get roasted on for you being a white dude, I'll get roasted on for the same shit. Like if I allow you to just sit there and say some wild shit about like hip hop culture or black women that was just inaccurate, I'm gonna get just as much heat as you do for saying
That's
it.
fair.
Yeah. I'm not
That's fair.
denying that happens totally.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Can I give a take?
Real quick. I think that makes 100% sense.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're basically saying, hey, this outsider is not allowed to have an opinion, and you let an outsider have an opinion. The only reason he's an outsider is because of the color of his skin. His opinion might be warranted. His opinion might be objective. His opinion might be thoughtful. But because it doesn't go along with the conventional wisdom of, we don't have to call it the mob. We could call it whatever we want. It doesn't go along with that conventional wisdom of that group. It's, you're not allowed to have that opinion. When that opinion might be right.
All right, can I have a take?
Yeah.
This is all culture.
Yeah.
All culture. Anybody outside of your own culture,
Right.
if you're speaking bad about it,
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
If I say some negative
gonna add
shit
to that.
about Indian culture right now,
Right.
Akaash will come down harder on me than he would another Indian saying the same exact thing.
I'd like to think I'd actually come down harder on the Indian, but
Yeah,
that's to
that's
Kaz's point of coming down on
and again, we're not disagreeing, right? I think we all agree on the consensus that we're going to check our own.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
Right?
we do check our own. We get Kanye the fuck out of here when he's on that coon shit. We get people.
Again.
Yeah.
I think we agree on that. I think we
Oh,
agree.
okay.
We all check our own 100%. 100%. I think you're right. And our own can be like if I see someone in the asshole army, our culture that we've curated right here acting in a way that they shouldn't, right? Like ostracizing people from the group and not, being part of what we're doing here. We're going to check them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or letting somebody say some foul shit and say it about the asshole army. We're like, yo, that's not.
That's our guy.
100%.
Yeah.
So I think we're on the same page here. I just think that I've seen it specifically happen where there's almost like a targeting of whites in hip hop. The second anything goes a little bit astray, it's time to cook.
This is Yes Julz like 7th offense though.
But how offensive? That's what I'm trying to understand.
You
Like,
gotta
how
understand, like,
offensive?
you gotta
She had
understand,
a
like,
shirt that said nigga on it.
Yeah, like
She asked, "Should I wear this shirt?" And it said, "The
why would you
N-word
even
live."
do? Would you do
That's-
that?
that's
Would you
wild
do that,
as fuck.
Andrew?
So I just want y'all to keep the same energy, right?
No, I'm saying, would you do that?
But you know that I don't say that word.
Exactly.
So, but I want y'all to keep the
Well,
same
why?
energy. I want y'all to keep the same energy. We have a white Latina girl, right?
She's not Latina.
You guys, she is Cuban. Stop changing what she is.
I just looked it up and said-
She is
She doesn't.
fucking
She doesn't
Latina.
absorb.
I
She
looked
Look
it
it
up.
up.
The
But she
definition-
doesn't absorb any.
Eden, look it
I
up.
can't believe we were talking about this.
When I looked it up, it just
Don't
says
worry about
ethnicity
it. Don't
white.
worry about it.
It says
Don't worry about
ethnicity
it.
white.
So we know we're going to find out for 100% fact what she is. My understanding when I looked her up, she was Cuban. Okay. Now, y'all gonna have to keep that same energy with J-Lo saying the N-word. You're gonna have to keep that same energy with Fat Joe saying the
J-Lo
N-word,
caught heat for
Big
saying
Pun
that.
saying the N-word, but she's still doing whatever she wants now,
Yeah.
and y'all not keeping that same energy with her.
This is completely.
Miro says the
Mero
N-word.
says the N-word all the time.
Yes.
Where's that
Yes.
energy, fam?
Yes, because you know that Miro is 100% Dominican. You know what I'm saying?
What about Tekashi?
It wasn't until same thing. You know he's 100% Mexican. Like when it came to Yes Julz, she didn't start playing up that I'm part Latino, part Cuban shit until people started coming for her neck. And like you don't never catch her doing anything that speaks that like she's of Cuban descent. I'm Puerto Rican. I don't know what the fuck she is.
And even when
But
she
she
speaks in
did go to
public,
fucking
she says,
Ghana. She went to Ghana and was taking pictures of fucking refugees and all that shit. And like, yo, if you're going to fucking to Africa to fucking give back and do all that shit,
Yeah.
congratulations.
I'm
and
a
when
bet-
she,
More
and
power
when she
to you.
talks in
Eden,
public,
what do you have? Into the mic.
She's listed as Cuban Caucasian.
So she is a white Cuban, right? But she's Cuban, just like Fat Joe's a white Puerto Rican. So now that we have that on the table and we all agree we're not disputing that, right? She is a Latina.
Yeah. She's
You
not
guys
being
have to keep the same energy. Let me finish. You have to keep the same energy, which you're not admitting that you're not. Let's at least baseline go. We're picking and choosing which Latino people can say the N-word. Let's
because
baseline do that.
Certain Latino people come in with respect of the culture. They don't do anything to disparage it. They only add to it. Fat Joe has added
What
to
is
the
she
Let me
doing
ask-
to
let me ask you
disparage
this.
the culture? She's
Why can't you both be right? Why can't
Yeah.
it be, if you're white, we looking at you. Don't fuck up. Because
Yeah.
you're coming into our house, don't be disrespectful.
That's all I'm
No,
saying.
And why
hold
can't
on.
we say, yeah, that's the case, and that's nothing wrong with that. That's what the fuck we're gonna do because you're not us.
But
so if
that's
you're
what
gonna
we
come
said.
make money off
So,
us,
yeah.
So he's saying that, and I agree. But you're saying it as if you disagree, and if you disagree, fine. I think he's right. I also think there's nothing wrong with it.
no, but I think we're saying the same
And I don't
thing.
think
on
you're
one
saying.
second,
That,
one
I don't
second.
think you're saying it is, but I think he's getting defensive, like you are saying there's something wrong. No, there's
I'm not
nothing
saying there's something wrong with
I
it.
know.
I'm saying what it is, right? I'm just saying there, like you just said it beautifully.
Yeah.
There is a close eye on white people that are in front of the camera in black culture. If they're behind the camera, nobody gives a fuck. No one cares about the lawyers that are white in
Yeah.
the hip hop. No one cares about the execs that are white.
Yeah.
No one cares any of that shit. But it's the shine. If you white and you getting shine,
Because there's
off
hundreds.
But we
There's
call
so
them-
many young black women who don't get these opportunities because it's a lot easier to digest from a white woman.
to be
That's
a
just the
manager,
facts. No, not manager. Being like
She's a manager.
You're talking
No,
about
she's like a promoter.
being
Nah,
on
she's
front of
like
the
a
camera.
personality,
right?
I think.
Yeah.
not even. She's not making money off of her personality. She's a manager. She was a manager for artists.
Whatever
She
the
managed
case.
and she threw these parties. She's somewhat behind the camera. You know, it's no different in a lot of ways from Fuck Jerry and comedians. If I'm going to speak on my culture, when Fuck Jerry was just a meme page and we didn't have a face behind him, It was just a meme page. And then that motherfucker got greedy. Then that motherfucker started putting his face in front of the camera and he was like, hey,
Fat Jewish.
I'm the fat Jewish, right? And the comedians were like you're saying about opportunities, comedians were like, hold up, you gonna steal my jokes, put them on your page, make money, and you want to be a celeb? Fuck nah. Get out of here. And then it's cancel, fuck Jerry, it's cancel, whatever. So I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I think I agree and we're on the same page. It exists in every culture. Yeah. It 100% exists in every culture where we see an outsider taking advantage of our shit.
Yeah.
Right? 100%. The question is, with a comic, anybody can be a comic, right? With hip-hop, why can't anybody be hip-hop? Why does hip-hop have to be something that you have to be black and then you can also be Latino but not this much Cuban?
Here's the thing. That's where we disagree.
Okay.
You can be whatever the fuck you want in hip-hop. You can be white, you can be Indian, black, Puerto Rican. We don't give a fuck. We just ask you to be fucking respectful. And there's been so many instances where she's been completely disrespectful and she's coming after people who do legitimate shit for our nobody gave a I literally just said this.
I think it's a good point. You have to be
I didn't give a
respectful.
fuck about Yes Jew.
Sure.
I didn't root her on, but I didn't hate. I was just like, whatever. It has nothing to do with me. It's when you start going after people who
I got it. You've said that, and I get that. I think
Yes.
we're on the same. We understand that. So what I'm trying to say is there are certain people.
It is. I can't explain it to you, but if I saw a white person getting big off of yoga, I would already off jump be annoyed.
Yeah, of course.
And
I
then
get that.
and I think that's it. I think off jump is like, yo, this is ours. Black people came here, their culture is stripped from them. They make a fucking culture.
I know.
It's finally profitable. I don't want to speak to you, but I would. That's my position. If I was there, I'd be like, yo, we finally made this. Now you're here. Why are you here?
Right.
We made this. And you guys didn't like it for a long time.
Yeah.
Indian culture got mocked for a lot of my childhood.
Right.
So if I saw a white person coming in making yoga videos, which happens,
But that's
if I'm
not true
looking at
about
this
you
bitch-
didn't like it for a long time. The Beastie Boys were, the inception of hip hop that happened in New York City. You saw multiple groups.
No, but people general people. You have experienced people looking down on black culture, hip hop culture, whatever. Pull your pants up, all that ain't a word or whatever the fuck.
NWA, all that shit.
Hold on one
So
second.
that's historically happened. Not that there aren't white people who love the culture. Not that there weren't white rappers you accepted. But historically, this thing you created has been looked down on.
Right.
For a long time. Now it's popular. Now it might
by
be
some and not looked down on at all. Celebrated by
sure,
as
but
well.
you tend to remember the negative experiences you have more than the positive.
Sure, and there were
experiences.
plenty of black people that looked down on it. I mean, there were plenty of black parents who
on,
were like,
Drew.
"How you
Yeah,
do?"
yeah,
Alex,
you're not-
you need
you're
to
not
stop
catching
interjecting, man. You
But-
need to stop interjecting, man.
But I made this with this is me and my youth made this. Y'all didn't have a culture, fine. You didn't give us one, so we made one. I get it. It was taken from you, but we made this. This is ours.
Yeah, I know.
So I don't see a black adult in the same way. If an Indian parent is telling me not to do yoga, I'm going to be kind of embarrassed for them because you should have embraced it because it's been there historically.
Right.
But if me and a bunch of Indian Americans just made yoga and that became our shit, and an Indian was looking down on like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, you just don't get it. And then a white person is looking down on it and then tries to make money on it, be like, yo, fam, you have your own shit. Go do that.
Right. What if there's a white guy who trained in yoga and he dedicated his life to yoga?
I'm serious. I don't care.
Let me just finish.
Right.
Trained in yoga, dedicated his life to yoga, and truly valued yoga. He studied with the best yoga people. You know what I mean? And he saw an Indian person doing yoga in a way that, in America, in a way that he thought wasn't true, and he criticized that.
I still wouldn't like it.
All
still
because
wouldn't
of
like
the
it.
color of his skin.
Yeah,
That's kind of sad, man.
it is. I don't care. It
So
is.
at least you admit that you're
Yeah.
bigoted. So you're saying that it's from a bigoted perspective.
Yes, it is
long as you-
reactionary.
that's
It
all I'm
is-
saying.
And Malcolm spoke about this. The racism on minorities, whether it's good or not, we should evolve past it. It's reactionary. You have done something to me, so now fuck you.
Right. Yeah, it's
So
exactly.
it's a reactionary-
That's all my point is. That's all my point is. It is.
And
it
I
is
will say this:
resentful.
to
It's resentment.
Kaz's
It's
point about
resentment
Yes
based.
Julz. To Kaz's point about Yes Julz, she didn't go off and study hip hop for her entire life and then come with this super respectful. If the white
We don't
dude-
know that.
if
We
the
don't know
white
her
dude-
She
commitment.
hasn't.
We don't
She
know her
hasn't.
commitment
That's
to
what
hip hop.
that's what
We
I've been
don't know her
trying to
commitment
If the
to
white
hip hop.
dude came
I
to me-
do. I do. That's what I've been trying to tell you for this
Right.
past couple of days. What the point that you're trying to make
Rosenberg then.
makes perfect. No, it's not even about Rosenberg, dog. Like, the point
Rosenberg
you're
has
trying-
dedicated his
the
life to
point you're
hip hop.
trying to make.
Gets all the smoke.
Rosenberg he's been doing this for decades. He's one of the first hip hop podcasters. His spot is good. Just because a couple people got mad at him on Twitter doesn't take away this motherfucker's historical importance to hip hop. He's fine.
Rosenberg doesn't seem to get. He's not as much of a clown as Julz to me.
No, I'm not saying. What I'm saying is the second that he got some smoke,
there's been too many instances. No, he's still on the radio every day, bro.
Yeah, but he's neutered. He's not going against any conventional wisdom.
Wasn't that also Kaz's point though? Just be respectful.
Yeah, that's it.
You do have less freedom. It kind of is what it is. Like, if a non-comic, some improv fuck comes in here and starts doing comedy and starts telling us about comedy, we'll be like, yo, shut the fuck up. What the fuck are you talking about? No. Yes, and your way out of this conversation.
So my feeling would be, if it's somebody that's completely outside, but if it's somebody that cared about comedy and really loved comedy and dedicated themselves to comedy, yeah, have an opinion about it, bro. You really love this. This means something to you.
Even when they start policing jokes? Even when they start doing some shit that you fundamentally just don't agree with? Like,
then I disagree with them just as a person, not because they came from improv or because they came from acting or any of that kind of stuff. I'm not going to hold... Maybe that's me. Maybe I'm just a little bit different.
It's just something we're just not going to agree on.
And also, comedy is...
We don't have to agree.
Yeah, but
what I'm trying to say is, and I think, Akaash, you made a really good point, was this idea of resentment, right? There is some resentment. There is some reactionary, whatever it is, racism, reactionary hate, or some kind of like that. And as long as we acknowledge that and see that and look at it through that lens, I'm okay with that. As long as, like you just said to me, it's like, yeah, I'm bigoted. Yeah, that's how I feel, and it is what it is. And not that you are a bigot.
And to your example, the white dude could earn my respect, but it would take a long fucking time, and you'd have a lot to prove, and you would be on watch. The moment you said some shit, I'd be like, you white motherfucker.
Sure. So
and that's Kaz's point. That's yes, Julz.
And as long as you could admit that that's bigoted, then I'm fine with that. Because I would never have that same energy to somebody that wanted to do a certain style of comedy that was, specifically one way or specifically one group of people, and you want to enter that and you really cared about it and love it, and I felt like it was
Here's
true.
Where I fucked up with my example.
Yeah.
People never looked at you for a comic and hated you for it. People never were like, oh, you fucking...
Are you sure?
No, they heard your jokes. But off jump, they look at you and say, oh, you fucking comic. Get the fuck out of here. Go back where the fuck you came from, comic. That's not a thing you have to grow up with. Every minority has had that experience.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
There's no... For me, after 9/11, people were looking at me, get the fuck back where you came from. I got to put a big-ass flag. I'm not trying to make myself a martyr. We did have to put a giant flag in the front yard so motherfuckers knew we're not terrorists. So we wouldn't get any go the fuck home. And we still got it.
Right.
Black people go through it more, right? So it becomes different than comic because it is something I have been hated for no reason. So I get more protective of it and wary of someone who looks like the people who have said this shit to me coming in.
I think what you make, I think you make 1,000%, and I'm not disagreeing with you. All I'm saying is you're taking the behavior of those racist pieces of shit that treated you like shit,
right? And
you're putting that behavior on someone who's potentially innocent and just loves yoga. And that's the issue. Is that fair to say?
Right.
That
now, I'll
potentially.
Say this. Now, this is Kaz's point.
Yeah.
Which you're not hearing.
Yeah.
She might have had less room from the jump. I'll concede that. I don't know if Kaz feels that way. To me, I can see that being the case because I would feel that way.
Yeah.
But she has done enough, at least iffy shit, that is like, bitch, that's enough.
That's fair.
That's enough, bitch.
And I completely understand that.
And I don't even hate her because I don't know anything about her. I just don't like white women. But whatever.
Right.
But that's Kaz's point, is she has done it enough, at least iffy. If you can't give him it's fucked, you can at least give him it's iffy to ask, should I wear this?
I could give, of course it's
and
fucked.
You don't got room for iffy.
But here's I could do iffy as well. But my point is, to me, I don't see her as any less Latin than Fat Joe. I don't see her as any less Latin than Jennifer Lopez.
Again, though, Kaz's point is rep. Like they would rep their shit. She didn't. I don't know.
We don't know. We don't know how she reps it. I know. How do you know?
I've been trying to say this for about 20 minutes. And
how do you know?
Every fucking time, you either cut off Alex or you cut off me.
How do you know?
And it has nothing to do with, like...
Just tell us how you know.
Let me fucking finish.
Yeah.
At one point, like, this is a discussion where it doesn't have to go back to comedy. It's a thing about culture. You hit the nail right on the head. Mm-hmm. Like, some people just have less room for error. Some people, this isn't something where it's like, oh, okay, I woke up and decided to do comedy.
Right.
Like, hip-hop culture is more than just music and rhymes and sport. This is like a lifestyle. This shit has saved people's lives. People are born into this shit. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to her, there's been way too many instances. Like, bro, like, hip-hop is the most fucking encompassing fucking genre in all of fucking music. We allow everybody to fucking. It don't matter if you're white, Indian, Spanish. We don't give a fuck.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but go ahead.
Iggy Azalea.
Go ahead.
Out.
Look around.
Go ahead.
She sold millions of fucking records and got a Grammy nomination. We're so fucking non-inclusive.
There was a lot of resentment.
Right.
But there was
Go ahead.
resentment.
But no,
do you
no,
not
go
Go
think
ahead, make
there's
your
any?
point. I don't want to
There
get
was
caught
resentment because she was whack. It wasn't resentment because she's rapping. We've let plenty of white people rap. We've plenty of white women rap.
We
just thought she was whack. That was it.
So you need to be better if you're white.
Eminem. We let him cook for fucking ever because he was fucking nice. We still let white rappers rap when they're fucking nice. But when it comes to this shit, and on top of that, you're not contributing. You're just seen as a salvager, and you're just taking. And on top of that, you're downplaying the people who actually put in the work, who are in the soil to make this shit move. Mm-hmm. That's when you're wrong. That's when you gotta fucking go.
And
it's been way too many times when it's happened. First two times, I openly said it in the beginning of this discussion. I didn't really give a fuck about Yes Julz either way. I'm like, she ain't bothering me. It has nothing to do with me. Like, whatever. But when you're like purposely going out of your way to discredit and disparage people who've done shit for this culture and is currently doing this shit, you can't slide, bro. You can't slide. It's like fucking, we was talking about Jamie Foxx stealing jokes the other day, right?
Right.
It's like Jamie Foxx coming to you motherfuckers and talking about, and telling you how to do shit. Yeah, you might be more successful. Yeah, you might be more popping. But like, to this culture, we don't respect you. It doesn't matter what you say.
Yeah.
Can you at least see it from that level?
100%. Yeah, that was my perspective on Jamie yesterday. I just said the same thing.
Exactly, and that's why I brought it up now.
Right, but like Jamie, for example, has a short leash.
Now, on top of that, say she does that, and he's taking away food from your boy who has a special. He stole one of your boy's jokes. He said something, and there was no credits, nothing like that. Mm-hmm. She took one of your boy's gigs or something.
Who'd Yes Julz take?
I'm saying, like you said before, there was a time where there was only guy code. There was only this stand-up special. There was only this. There was only that. She's been at this for a long time. It didn't just start yesterday. It didn't just start a couple days ago.
So just tell me who she took.
I'm saying at one point there was only certain opportunities for certain women, for certain people, not even just women.
Right.
Hosting concerts, getting advertising deals, getting opportunities to manage certain people, all this type of shit, right?
Right.
Now we're in a better space where it's like you can cook here, but at one point it wasn't always like that. Can you relate to that?
Sure.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of it. And like I told you before, back then it didn't bother me because I felt like, you know what, they all do different shit. It doesn't bother me at all. Karen does different shit from Scotty. Scotty does different shit from Julz. Didn't bother me at all. In our culture, part of our culture is protecting our women.
Right.
Baseline. You go even harder to protect the women that have gone out of their way.
Right.
To protect the culture, to add to it, to fucking manage artists, like do actual shit. You're actually giving back to it.
Right.
There's no way that can slide if you're talking down on these people. She was good on that interview. Like nobody gave a fuck that she went at Joe Budden. Nobody gave a fuck that she went at whoever the fuck she was talking to.
Don't go at the
You just don't talk down to our women.
But what if
don't?
So as an outsider, you're not allowed to talk down to the women. That's a rule. So because
100%,
of her,
especially as a white woman,
because of her race, she is not allowed to do something in this field.
Yeah.
That's
down?
That's the only. She's not allowed.
First off, you don't talk down to other black women.
Can I ask you a question? So because of her race denies her the ability.
No, he's saying anybody.
I can't talk down to black women. Anybody can't. You can't.
What if
you just don't.
What if those black women, not those the ones we mentioned, but what if, for example, there are some black women that have said some things that you disagree with? Like, can you?
Nobody's saying you can't disagree with somebody.
Can you talk down to like Candace Owens? Is that allowed?
Nobody's saying you can't disagree with somebody. I've never had a problem with Candace Owens. I disagree with a lot of shit she does, but I'm not going to say all that bitch ass bit.
Right.
None of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's what Julz said either.
Right.
But you can't even explore that. You can't even get in that neighborhood. You can't even touch that.
Right.
Without, especially with the short leash that you're already on. And I'm black.
That's my only thing was the short leash. It's like as long as we acknowledge there's a shorter leash for white people in hip hop, then you've already said there's a short leash for white people in yoga. Why is that hard for you to admit there's a short leash for white people in hip hop?
I'm not saying it's hard to admit. All I'm saying is like she's been given so many times.
But why are you saying
the leash has already been given that's so long to her, bro?
Get her out of there. I'm not. This is bigger than Yes Julz. I'm just saying it seems to me, and I'm just an objective outsider. I'm not a hip hop aficionado. I've never claimed to be. It just seems like there's a very short leash for white people in front of the camera in hip hop, and The second that they do something that doesn't go along with the consensus, it's get this motherfucker out of here. As long as we acknowledge it's a short leash, that's it.
It's just
and
anybody from outside the culture
Yeah.
has a short leash.
Yeah.
It's
Well-
not just white people. Why are you targeting just white people? Anybody outside the culture has a shorter leash than someone in the culture.
So why can
Fucking, we love
Fat Joe
Michael.
say the
We
N-word?
love Michael Rappaport
Because he
tweeted-
goes along with it.
Yeah, no, but then he
let's
tweeted some
not-
shit about Meek Mill being whack. It's like, bro, like, and Michael Rappaport got time in the culture.
But we're talking
You know what
about
I'm saying?
hip-hop
Like, we
culture.
fuck with Michael Rappaport for years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even he had to catch, like, bro, like, calm the fuck down. One, this ain't about his music right now. Two, he represents something bigger than that. Like, he's representing justice reform. He's representing all this other shit.
Right.
Like, calm the fuck down with that. And you just got to check him, and that's it.
Yeah.
And to his credit, as soon as he's like, you know what, you was right. I was bugging. That wasn't my time to do this, that, and the third. And there's been so many times where she's had to do, oh man, my bad, and like that's Michael Rappaport, bro.
I don't care about Yes Julz. Again, this is just a
No, I'm
this
saying
is
I'm
an
just bringing
example
up
for the
different
conversation.
examples as
Yeah,
far
yeah.
as like, yes, you have.
But
a
I think
shorter
that's
leash.
pussy of Michael Rappaport. If you feel that way, then stand on it. Don't be pussy. Like
I don't think it's pussy.
I think it's pussy.
I don't
It's
think
possible he changed his mind, but my initial reaction to everybody who backtracked, and this is part of why to me it's like don't even bother coming in the culture. If you're just
Exactly.
gonna toe the company line, and then when you don't backtrack, look like a bitch. All right, that's phony. I don't even want it. That's cuck shit. Get it out.
100%.
Now, I'm not. I can't. It's hard for me to speak on Michael Rappaport because that's his money and that's his whatever. But like me watching that, I'm like, I hate the apology. So why'd you even bother coming in
pussy.
here? if
It's
you're
like
just gonna do
you out here, Mr. Shit Talk. You out here, Mr. I say what's on my mind. I don't give a fuck. You going at the president, this, that, the other. And the second you go against the group that you care what they think, it's whoops. I'm sorry, my bad. I shouldn't have said that. You know what I mean? You going at like a mother and child. Like, you going at the fucking what is it? Trump's son. Like you're going at Trump's son, and then an innocent kid who didn't ask to be born into none of it. And then the second you say something about Meek Mill, and it's like, oh, I should have never did it. To me, that's cowardice. That means all you care about is people liking you. You don't really care about your opinions. Now none of your opinions matter. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten a lot of heat for what I say because I value what the fuck I say, so I'll walk through that shit. You know, so when I see a situation where me or anybody else, like, there is no position for you to have an opinion in hip hop if you're not black or if you're not an acceptable non-black. Right? There's no position for you. If you want to have an opinion,
there's plenty of positions.
show me the opinionated non-black dude in hip hop.
Fuck.
Exactly, son.
No, I'm saying
Ain't
like
none of them.
there's
This is
tons,
as close as it
bro.
gets.
Like there's
And I'm not in it. I actively say I'm not in it.
Andrew, I love you. You're not a hip hop like.
Okay, but then who?
What
But
I
then
just
who?
say?
I'm trying to say to your
funny.
point.
I just said I'm
I
not.
actually-
Like, I never
I-
claimed to be. I don't want to be because it's not a space that I could even have an opinion. It's not.
Most hip hop writers are white people, are white men. Whether it's Pitchfork, Complex.
Name one that we can name. Let's name
To
one.
his point, he said in front of the camera.
God damn,
In
Sean.
front of the camera, son. If it's so prevalent, you just name one, and then the argument's over. But the fact that we sit in here still, Alex, you got one?
When I
Talk
was
about
I didn't hear the
non-whites?
question. I'm sorry.
Non-white.
2/3 of the
No,
Breakfast
no,
Club.
just whites.
Non-white.
No, whites. Whites, non-blacks or
Oh,
acceptable
he said
blacks.
white. He said white. I said non-white. He said white.
I said whites or acceptable non-blacks, meaning
Some of our biggest
Latinas, etc.
fucking-
Angela Yee's half black.
Fucking the guys at Ego
And Angela Yee
Trip.
toes the company line. She's not saying one thing out of pocket.
So the question is, what white personalities have a negative opinion about hip hop?
Any opinion that could go against the conventional wisdom
white
within the
hip hop
group.
personalities, not just like The View.
Plenty.
But
Name one.
let's just
Plenty.
name
I don't
white
know
hip
them
hop
off the top of
personalities.
my
There's not
head,
many.
like,
Period.
What's up?
But there's not many white hip hop personalities.
Why you
period.
think?
No, okay, but that's the thing. I don't get why we're arguing. So
Stop changing it. Just give me the
You
example.
changed it.
Yeah,
We was
like-
talking about Yes Julz, and I talking about white people don't have opinions in hip hop.
it's-
There's plenty.
But you
There's
can't
plenty.
name one. Don't say plenty if you
There's
can't name
plenty.
one. Let's
I know.
start with one, fam.
Dude, do I got to scroll down my Twitter?
If you knew it, you wouldn't have to scroll.
Rosenberg is one.
But he don't have an opinion that goes against it. And the second he did, he backtracked that
Dog,
shit just
everybody-
like Rappaport. Did he not?
But
All right.
I don't
okay,
know.
so name
Noah,
name a lot of black people who have
Noah from Complex.
opinions against. Like,
Joel
what are you
Puma
saying?
from Complex.
Kanye.
They made a whole staff.
And
of
he got the
Pitchfork.
fuck out of here.
Kanye ain't the fuck out of here.
We got
And
Kanye.
it took a
Hold
long. Kanye did a lot of shit. He put on a fucking Trump hat.
Some people
met the
don't
motherfucking
fuck with
And then
president.
he
Kanye.
did one Sunday brunch and had a hot song, and everybody was like, "Kanye back, baby,
No.
let's go."
He ain't all the way
I
back
think-
yet.
Nobody
but
really
bet-
said that.
No,
Why
bet
he's
nobody
not
money-
all the
said
way
that,
back?
Bet money he dropped a fire
I forget
album.
when that
all
shit
the way
was
back,
fire.
Two
bro.
fire albums in a row Kanye back.
Listen,
You're saying hypotheticals, but
Yeah,
right
like
now
that has to
Kanye's still
How
not
much
back.
did he have to do?
Don't give
This
me the
bitch married a car. This motherfucker married a Kardashian.
and
bitch.
also
But we don't fuck
Alex,
with Kanye.
don't
and I was
give
the
me the we
hugest
protect
Kanye
our women
stan.
shit where Chris Brown beat the shit out of Rihanna and that motherfucker is a golden child. now.
So
don't
that's
give me
the
that shit.
tempo right there.
No, I'm saying
we're
certain
gonna go
people-
to the worst fucking shit that's
Sir,
ever happened.
you set the standard. I'm just
And-
playing off y'all rules.
And
You're
for a
you're
while,
bugging
Chris
right now,
Brown was
bro.
done
Yo,
too.
two
That's like
And
saying,
then
white
Kelly
people are crazy.
just got canceled.
White people
R.
fucking.
Kelly just got canceled.
All right, so with that being said, I should be like, okay, 9/11 happened. I shouldn't trust any brown people.
What?
Okay, white.
That's not even the point.
You're talking
You
about
can
you're
say
talking
that
about
if
the
you want to.
absolute-
I don't give a fuck.
You're talking
but
about
that's
the
not the
absolute
point.
worst fucking example of black people.
No, the point
like
is
the worst fucking example.
No, you said
No, we're
black
talking
people,
about
you said
within
as
hip-hop.
as a rule, you do not get to disrespect women. R. Kelly is a fucking cat. He holds them hostage.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre, Chris Brown, all these people. So I'm not even. I don't
And
want
like-
white people
I'm saying
in
keep the
hip-hop.
same
No, but
energy,
like,
fam.
look.
You're making it
So-
seem like it was
so-
peaches and cream for these motherfuckers.
Like we
R.
said,
Kelly was just-
people.
Dr. Dre a
Look,
billionaire.
Like
Oh
we
my
said,
God,
people
this is
outside of
what-
the culture have a shorter leash. But
So we agree on that.
But we said that.
No,
we said that
that's
from the start.
an hour to
People
get there.
outside
But
of
you
the
can't. No, they've said that.
Yeah.
But what you guys can't.
and people within the culture, when they did bad stuff, we were off of them
was
for a
on their
while,
ass,
and
bro.
then we were a bit.
Chris
we gave
Brown
them a little
couldn't
bit
eat
more
for
leeway for
fucking 3
forgiveness.
fucking
I'm the
years,
only
bro.
one in here who genuinely has not seen the R. Kelly sex tape, right? I genuinely have not
You don't
seen
watch
it.
porn.
How
I
long
haven't
ago?
seen it yet.
How
I
long
haven't
ago? How long ago did you watch it?
I
How
saw
long
that
ago
shit
did
in
you
high
watch
school.
it?
I was a child. I was a child.
So you had all these years to figure it out.
Son, I was a child.
and you didn't.
Son,
You
I was-
just figured that shit out
No,
when
no, no,
Lifetime
no,
put out a
no.
I
docuseries.
fucked up back then. What do you
Did
want
you-
me to?
did you
want me to
cancel?
make a fucking citizen's arrest, motherfucker?
Did you cancel R. Kelly?
What? Did I go to any R. Kelly shows? Did I buy any R.
So
Kelly
text-
albums?
Keep
Yo,
the Just
technic-
Jules energy. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Keep
but
the Just
technically
Jules
I
energy.
did
Bugging,
cancel R.
son.
Kelly.
Like,
Never
yeah.
bought an
You're not
album. Never
bugging,
supported
dog.
out.
It's
You're
very
moving the
easy.
goalposts.
You guys just can't
You're moving the
acknowledge. No,
goalposts.
you just got to. I'm
We're
the
moving it
motherfucker-
closer. It's not further away. It was a
Doesn't
50-yard
make any-
field goal. We just made
doesn't
it a
make any
10-yarder.
sense. Comparing us, keeping
Fam,
the
I've
same
been on
energy
your, have
for
I not
Yes
been on your
Julz
side most of
and
this?
R.
Cass,
Kelly?
have
Yeah,
I
I
not
know,
been
that's
on your
crazy.
side
You're
most
making
of
it.
this?
That's
I
crazy.
understand you
Okay,
are.
so here's
but
my
I'm
point.
saying you're making it seem like it's been peaches and fucking cream for R. Kelly, Chris Brown,
He
Dr.
not
Dre.
canceled. They
all
still
these people.
putting out music. They still putting out hits.
You're talking
they
about
still
shit that
making their
happened
money.
12 years ago
I've
minimum.
never put a penny
Minimum.
in Chris Brown's pocket or R. Kelly's pocket.
You bump the music. What's this? Nobody buying albums. And y'all ain't going to no
Son,
fucking Chris Brown concert
I've
anyway.
never-
Y'all weren't going to Chris Brown concerts
Yo,
before the
I
motherfucker.
can't speak for everybody. I'm saying me personally. I've never purchased a Chris Brown album. I've never streamed the Chris Brown album. I never streamed the R. Kelly
Chris
album.
Brown be at the finals.
To our credit as black people, we're also very fucking forgiving. And once Chris Brown came out and was fucking singing at the BET Awards and crying during Michael Jackson's fucking tribute, whatever, a lot of people were like, "Man, we should forgive him. He's had it
You
pretty
are
rough
forgiving.
at that point." We are very
You
fucking
are forgiving, mainly
but to
for
make
black
it seem
people.
like, and to our fucking point, we were forgiving a fucking Yes Julz because even
And
after
we've
the
forgiven
nigga
her
shirt,
many times.
we was just like, well, you know, man, whatever.
Again, I want to clarify. She can get out of here, bro. I'm not protecting Just Jules at all.
I don't.
That's not, and I want to hear what you're
Go
trying to
ahead,
say.
go ahead.
That's not what this discussion is about at all. Like,
Yeah.
you guys know much more about her and her influence in the culture. I know very little at all. Almost next to nothing. The only thing I wanted it to be acknowledged was the shorter leash, right? And that shorter leash being due to the color of somebody's skin. That's the only thing that I was talking about, and how their different rules apply to certain people that are in hip hop, and what does that come from? What does that stem from? I think, Akaash, you articulated it best with your yoga analogy. It seems like, Kaz, we agree on the shorter leash, but you don't want to maybe agree on
I feel like you guys
why.
get defensive at the when he puts it in the words. Maybe it's too strong. I actually think you're right. There's no room for you to have an opinion outside of Black Twitter, essentially, if you're white. And you can, but for you to so violently disagree when you already acknowledge they have a shorter leash, it's like you guys are arguing over a yard or whatever it is. You guys are arguing over
Right.
very little.
Maybe
the
that's
space
better, right.
between
Yeah.
there's no room and there's much less room. That's it. That's
Yeah.
the argument.
Yeah.
That got
Yeah.
that heated.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
You have acknowledged there's less room, right?
If you're a white person coming into the culture,
There's less
there's already an inherent feeling inside of you knowing that you have that shorter leash. Especially being around black people in America, you should know.
I've never felt that. I've never felt that way. I speak my mind with whatever.
So why don't you
fucking
just
group.
say the N-word all the time?
That has nothing to do with hip hop.
You would never said the N-word in your life. You never even mentioned it. You won't even fucking come near it.
I don't say
Correct?
it. Yeah, I don't say
exactly. Because you know better. She has not. Several fucking times.
The
she's
N-word
not.
isn't an opinion. The N-word is a word.
The fact that you should be able to say it is an opinion.
Hold on, Kaz. You're making this about Yes Julz. We're
Because that's where we started.
no. That is where we started. But we have moved past Yes Julz, and now it is a point. And you have acknowledged they have less room for
I'm just
opinion.
using it as an example.
Now, so you're saying you're more. The only
really good
difference
at this.
is.
You're
Yeah.
really good at this.
You grew up
He
in it.
listens.
It's almost like
he listens. Yeah.
no, you're really good.
No, I
Go
appreciate
on,
that. You
keep
grew up in
going.
a piece of asshole. You want me to say
I don't know about these things. Fight.
You and I'm not good at conflict directly, but I can do this.
It's so good, yeah.
Um,
But you synthesize the information well. You like
You're
articulate
just saying you're acknowledging we have less room.
Yeah.
Or white people have less room.
Yeah.
White people, you are on a shorter leash. You understand everything. You understand your privilege, whatever the fuck the feeling is. You understand that. He is saying we have no room to go outside. You're saying you have much less room. It's really that you're arguing over that much.
That's a
and you're
good point.
using Yes Julz
How
as like.
how about this? I'll concede.
using
And his point
I'll
on Yes
concede
Julz.
less room. How about that?
Yeah.
I'll concede less room because no is so finite.
Yeah.
I'll concede less room. I think that makes it
Okay.
easier. And
That
no
makes
is
sense.
no is
And
too,
his point on
yeah.
Yes Julz is less
Yeah.
room because she's been given.
She
chances.
fucked up.
So it's not
That's
no
it.
room.
Yeah. So less room is I think way more fair. No room is too
Right.
black and white.
Yeah.
For lack of better words.
All right.
We got that.
I get that.
Congrats, guys.
Well, guys, we fucking did it. We got there.
This is how men argue. You have it out. You listen to both sides. Like, oh, okay, that's it.
I feel
Point
so-
is, Russell
Women never
Westbrook should
do
beat
it.
this guy's ass. That's the point. That's
how we got there?
I
What
think
was
so.
it?
Yeah.
Westbrook.
I think the point is we need more white voices in hip hop. Guys, clearly we couldn't think of one, and I think we need more distinguished white voices. And I don't want to take away from the fact that you do put that pressure on people within the community that divert from the conventional wisdom. That's without a doubt. There's, hey, we gotta, Kanye is an example, but that's maybe he's so prolific that it's hard, but like a guy who's like a journalist, or if Kaz says something offline on Twitter, I'm sure motherfuckers come for you and try to cancel. My feeling was just if Kaz was white and said that same thing, it would be that much more because the leash is that much shorter.
And we
As it should
100% agree on
That's
that.
fair.
Yeah.
That's
And
fair.
that's why, to me, get them. They don't need to be in hip hop commentary. They just don't, because you got to toe the company line anyway. I'm not gonna get real opinions out of you. Just
Right.
go.
Right. See, I disagree. I think that I think anybody should be able to talk about
I
it.
like
but that's
white
fair.
people less than you. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, whatever.
You guys heard Clay, or you guys heard about Clay Kerr and Dre? Sorry, Steve Kerr and Draymond Green.
Yes, I did.
What? Okay. First of all, I find it very disingenuous. The clip that we're talking about is there was a clip of Steve Kerr going, I can't fucking
I can't
I can't fucking stand Draymond.
I can't fucking stand
I'm
Draymond.
getting fucking tired of Draymond in this shit.
I'm getting fucking tired of Draymond in this shit. Now, then it cuts. It could be Draymond not getting calls. It could be. Do we know the context yet?
He since then they've asked him about it, and he pretty much doubled down on what he did say that, but he said it in like a very PG way. He's like, what I meant to say was it's come to a time with Draymond's behavior that like
so-
very tongue in cheek.
so
So
he
he was
was
like,
talking-
like they called him at a candid moment where like.
Okay.
Oh, I thought he said I was misunderstood or I was misinterpreted. or
Nah,
something like
nah. He knew what he was saying, but he was just like, okay, maybe I shouldn't use that.
Okay, that's fair.
words.
I thought it was like I can't. What was it? I'm getting fucking tired of Draymond with this shit. Like,
Yeah.
like him getting called for silly fouls that he didn't do, or him not getting charges, or some kind of shit like that. Like, it didn't have to be negative.
that. Oh, he acknowledges. He acknowledges
Fuck with
cursing out
It was
frustration.
a
and
TV.
grief.
Um,
I'm
Alright,
so
fine.
fucking tired of Draymond. Yeah.
Yo, it's kind of annoying that we have so many camera angles that there's no. Like they have to put their jerseys over their face when they talk. Like
Yeah.
you catch every single. Like
Nah, I like that.
it's good for content, but
Yeah.
There's
I don't
no
know.
way. That's why I always tell people. That's why I always put Jordan in the conversation.
What?
Over LeBron? I mean LeBron over Jordan.
because in this world,
Jordan was such a fucking psychopath.
if we had
We had the amount of access
Scrutiny,
that we
yeah.
had.
if we had HD TVs,
Yeah.
that's all
Yo.
we would have.
That's how powerful that motherfucker is. It took 20 years for that shit to come out.
So
it's like, okay, I
when
think
this
the people
comes
can
out,
handle.
does it put a
I'm-
chink in the armor of Jordan?
I don't think it puts a chink in the armor.
No.
I think his shit is so fucking rock solid. Like he's got
He's
like
built it.
yeah,
and
it's
then
mythology at this
What do
point.
you mean by that?
He built the 6 rings. He built the dynasties, and he had the sneaker. And then people are starting to come for it.
Yeah.
But now it's built into such an empire. It's like, fam, what are you doing?
Yeah, now-
LeBron, as he's building it, we're all just coming at it.
Yeah.
I'm saying yesterday, I'm putting the GOAT conversation on hold as he's building. We don't know what LeBron's going to do in 10 years.
It's hard. It's really
if
hard.
LeBron got to build up, no Twitter, no Instagram, no 30 camera angles dissecting every single thing he does, no fucking millions of questions. Like if Jordan didn't win a championship for the first 7 years, which he didn't, he had questions in the media. But there was no 24-hour sports coverage.
Yeah.
There was no Bleacher
It was like,
Report. There was no...
Michael Jordan was a ball hog. You can't get along with people. Like,
You're saying a narrative that was negative about Jordan couldn't even start back then? Because
Look, it could start, but it couldn't blow up like it can now.
And to our credit, to Jordan's credit and to LeBron's credit, like a lot of the shit that we've blown up about LeBron in the beginning of his career are not even, we don't even mention this shit no more. Same thing with a lot of athletes.
yeah,
So, like,
LeBron's not clutch, and then he drops 40 every game
like
in the playoffs.
Dirk had it the worst. Like
No,
Dirk had it
did.
the
I was one of the
absolute
guys
worst. Like,
shitting on him.
Right.
oh my god, that first series against the Warriors with the We Believe Warriors, and he was
Yes.
an MVP and had to get the MVP fucking trophy via satellite because he was knocked out of the first round. That was the worst shit. And they were the 1 seed also, right?
Yeah, 1 seed lost to an 8 seed. It was
Yeah.
fucking embarrassing.
So and we don't even mention that shit no more. He gets standing ovations every fucking place he goes.
But even then to now, if Dirk did that now with fucking tweets and Twitter and everybody just sharing this information and thousands of news sites and all these camera angles and HDTV.
The story's still being
everything
told,
is so
man.
scrutinized, dog.
The story's still being told for LeBron. So like that's why
This is
and
interesting.
now that we're in such a great time with social media and we just have that fucking need to know about everything all the time.
Yeah.
That documentary for Jordan coming out is at the perfect time because now we can take it. We can take Jordan being raw and being a fucking asshole. Okay,
Because the narrative's set.
Yeah,
The narrative's set.
It's all
He's
right,
the
like,
GOAT.
okay.
And these are just now, as his
These are just
GOAT.
anecdotes now.
And now that he's been the GOAT, you heard these stories for the past 20 plus years, and it's just added to the mythology.
Yeah.
Oh, Jordan was such a badass, Jordan, blah, blah, blah. And now he's just going to come here, sit with his, Kaz pointed out, how big is that
got
fucking
that
glass
big
of
fucking
scotch?
glass of brown and a cigar.
cigar.
Talking, I'm like, yo, there's some truth being told in that table right
And
there.
it just adds to it.
Question.
Yeah.
Okay, so how vital is it now?
Wait, sorry, real quick
Yes,
to add to
go.
the point. Think if there's phone cameras, you see Jordan in a fucking casino in 1988
Wow.
or
Night before
1990,
he was playing the
1988, the night before he plays, not even the Jazz, the team he loses
Out
to.
until 4 in the
Before
morning.
he loses to the Celtics, out until 4 in the morning. We would fucking crucify him. Fucking crucify
Michael
him.
Jordan seen in the casino just hours before the playoff game. Like, how many times have we seen no-name players, like, either out, even after the game,
in the club
after
and
the
stuff.
fucking, just in the club? Like, what is he doing in the club?
I
What is he
can't
doing
believe
on
I
this
didn't
shit?
even consider the fact that he did all these antics publicly. Like you
Yeah.
heard about the gambling, but I didn't put together he was with other people
So many
gambling.
people.
Like,
Bruh, in a
Yeah.
casino, but nobody
All
had
it
a
takes is
fucking
one
phone
person to
camera.
be-
Okay, so
You're
here's-
calling somebody with no
here's
proof.
a question. Here's a question. Well, two questions. Number one, was Jordan given the FDR treatment by the press? You know, Franklin
Oh,
To
Delano.
a
for
degree.
sure.
To a degree.
For sure.
His baby was out of wedlock, and the press just wouldn't really talk about it.
So for everybody who doesn't know the FDR story, FDR was paralyzed from like the waist down.
Yes. Mhm.
And the media at the time was friends with the president. Like you never exposed the president, and they would never videotape him where he couldn't walk. He
Never
would hold
waste
himself
up,
up for all the things. So there, for whatever fucking reason, it was in the media's best interest to befriend Jordan. Why was it in?
I don't know.
NBA face of the NBA.
But why was the media not looking to survive themselves?
Oh, you want to cover the NBA?
So they would block them
Michael
out.
Jordan's a golden goose, bro.
Yeah.
You're not- you're
I
not-
think they
you're
still
not
do
No,
that
I
now.
understand why the
Golden goose.
NBA would want it. I don't understand why the newspaper that is competing for viewers wouldn't write the salacious story or post the salacious story.
Because you wouldn't get no access after that.
So that's what it is.
Yes.
It's the NBA saying, "Oh, you're gonna write fucked up shit."
Matter of fact, here's a story.
Okay.
When he played baseball, there was a cover that said "Bag it, Michael," and it was like, "Why the fuck you playing baseball?" Basically, He never talked to Sports Illustrated again. Done. You're done. Sports Illustrated, you're done.
Boom.
And that message was sent. That was like abundantly clear early on. You're saying?
I assume so. I don't actually. That's a question I've had.
And this is when the media was few and far between. It's not like when there was a million, billion.
Sports
That's-
Center's in its
slot,
infancy.
yeah.
That's
Like,
big, right? So now you have probably less. You have way less articles written about sports. There's not a lot of competition on TV about sports, so you're getting all the ratings you want.
It
Everybody's
wasn't a million
eating.
sports
Everybody's
channels.
fat.
It was like the newspaper.
And to that point,
That's all you had, the fucking newspaper.
newspaper
and
and
the magazine.
5 minutes in the newscast. How much time do I have to talk about off the field shit? I got one column in the news I got fucking 5 minutes of. I got
10
highlights to
you got
play.
10 minutes on the local news, like, oh, today on sports we got da 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 da.
Okay, question.
Highlight.
Question for you guys. So now
Jordan and the White Sox
I
are
see it,
embarrassing
I see it.
baseball. That's what the subheadle is for Bag and Michael.
Okay, so now
Look, brolic.
Yeah,
you have a situation where we at least now we know, looking back, that your narrative is crucial for your history in the game, right?
Yeah.
And now these players today are somewhat at the whim of social media,
Yes.
but they also have social media to curate their own
True.
narratives.
Very true.
How vital is it for them to curate their own narratives?
Very true.
And who's doing it?
That's
Super
LeBron's
vital.
biggest
Steph
strength.
Curry, darling, family man, churchgoer, wife cooks. LeBron, family man. Oh, I'm in the gym. Oh, I like
LeBron
rap
started
music.
that. I
Then,
think
you have the J.R. Smiths. Oh, I'm in the club. Oh, I'm with bad bitches.
So JR doesn't even know
Yeah.
that he's digging his own grave
Yeah.
with it,
Or he don't care.
or he doesn't
He got
care.
that Westbrook.
And you think LeBron is the first one to
I think-
take their narrative into their own hands?
I think LeBron's the first guy, like in the social media age. Like the decision was like the preeminent moment in sports media of taking your own narrative. I'm gonna have this special on ESPN where I'm gonna break the hearts of my hometown.
And yeah, he really fucked up that first try. That shit was a swing and a miss.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give all this money
Bag it,
to this
LeBron.
charity. I'm gonna give all this money to Boys and Girls Club and shit. And like, and then right after that, people forget. Like the week after the decision, he launched his own Twitter page. And that's when, athletes started taking back control.
Can I also say one
of
thing?
making their own. What's up?
About the decision. How lucky is LeBron, in retrospect, that Dan Gilbert wrote that fucking Comic Sans letter?
Oh yeah.
Because that allowed him to take a lot of the heat off of
He
him.
had-
And look
he
at
had-
this slave owner
Dan
mentality.
Gilbert had he had the moral high ground right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
he was there. It's just like somebody said it earlier today. Like Westbrook had the moral high ground until he mentioned the wife.
yeah.
Dan Gilbert
But
had
wait,
the moral.
finish what you were saying. You were just
So
saying about
when LeBron, when the decision happened,
yeah.
a week later he launched the Twitter page.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that was the first, because before then, Twitter was like the fucking wild, wild west. It was just like, is this person really that
I
person?
remember those
Yeah.
tweets have been deleted.
Oh, same. Same. Spend the $8.
Shout to tweet delete. Cat sent
Stop
that
the
around
Twitter. I was
real
like,
quick.
oh, God, we got to get on this, bro.
Yeah.
But go on.
But yeah, like that.
So you
that was
see the
such-
beginning of a narrative created by a player
That was-
instead of the media.
Yes, that was the sports media revolution, where it was like, you don't need to wait to listen to Jim Gray to talk about.
Hopefully
the shit,
say something good about you.
No.
You show the good that you're doing or whatever story you want to tell.
Here's the thing: you could even do the interview with Jim Gray. Jim Gray puts the interview out. You can retweet it and be like, "This is bullshit. This is exactly what I meant." And then ever since then, every athlete followed suit. They treated Twitter and social media like a press release. Like
When
if
KD
MJ
signs with the Warriors, what does Russ do? Cupcakes.
yes, and the snakes.
Like, this is how we communicate everything to everybody.
I understand the communication. I didn't take it to the second level of this is the story, this is your narrative.
Nor did I.
And until this one right here. Now question.
From there, he
Does-
launches uninterrupted.
Of course, now
it
I'm
was-
getting it. Like
yeah.
LeBron is operating like Bezos when you think about it, right? So Jeff Bezos has this Amazon thing, right? A behemoth of a business, right?
Right.
But he also understands that in order to operate at that level in America, you need press on your side. How do you get press on your side? You
buy
buy
the
the
press.
Washington Post.
Yeah.
You know who else had press on their side? Alexander Hamilton, right? You
Yeah.
want to have
Yeah.
something in pocket so that you can get the stories out there. How do you think they started the narrative of Amazon pulling out of New York because of, the greed or whatever New York had?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I need an article saying that we're the good guys in this New
Right.
York
Yeah.
shit, not that
Right.
we're trying to fuck over New York. So LeBron starts his own media company.
You have a vitamin water sponsorship? Because that's real fucking smart to have the vitamin water.
He did have vitamin water at that point. Yeah.
But what a brilliant idea.
never
Like,
did get
I'll
it
take
right.
it one level past
power
social
it.
media. I'll have a media company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you cut the
It's-
middleman out. Like that was the whole point of uninterrupted. It's like here's a phone.
Even if you don't make
Talk
money,
your shit.
even if you can even if you don't make money, you could just push the stories that you want about you and your friends into the ether.
That's what
From Uninterrupted, and then Jeter retired and did the Players Tribune, and then once the Players Tribune launched off, like it was like the sports media revolution. People forget how hard it was to get positive press when the negative narrative about you was already out there. You know what I'm saying? Like if it wasn't for the decision, a lot of athletes you talk about it all the time with Boston sports.
Yep.
Like when they want to get somebody out of there, they start fucking seeking little stories. Did the shit with Kyrie, all this other shit. Kyrie should thank his fucking stars for the decision because he could go up and fucking what's the chick from Rachel
Nichols.
Rachel Nichols. Yo, let's sit down.
Let's talk.
You know what I'm saying? Like before, it was just the beat writers. It was whoever shows up in your locker room, all that type of shit. Now he can get on Instagram story. He can get on Twitter.
What has LeBron changed in his narrative? What have we seen him physically change through social?
I think we're seeing how much of a family man he is.
So
That's become part of his image.
And that wasn't initially.
It was, he has kids, his wife, he's cool, you know.
I think the best narrative he's built.
This is great.
And that's part of it.
Tons of family, right? Like I'm with Bryce, I'm with Bronny, I'm at all the games, and there is now that is
we
who
got
he is.
handshakes.
No, part of that narrative as well. Is
and then we got to wrap up, guys, because they have another thing. But
okay,
go on.
LeBron building the narrative that it's okay to leave. It's okay to leave. Like the whole big thing with LeBron, the biggest knock on him was like, yo, if you're a franchise player, you stay with your franchise. I drafted you with your hometown, yada yada yada. The best thing he did was show, okay, I could go to Miami, yada yada yada, do all that type of shit, and then like, oh, I just had a daughter. You know what I mean? I got 2 boys. I want to go back home. You know what I'm saying? He went back home, and that was the easy narrative to change. Kids are getting a little older. One of them's a fucking high school phenom himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure they have a great life, great high school program. It's okay to leave. That was the best. The freedom
There's
of
levels to this motherfucking shit.
The freedom of player movement is LeBron's greatest attribute.
And that is all inceptioned into people's minds via not only his social but his media company.
Absolutely.
Whoa, dude.
The freedom of player
fucking
movement.
Whoa.
That's LeBron's greatest contribution to the NBA.
I would love to sit down with LeBron and talk not about basketball, but about the importance of and how exactly to control your narrative.
That's why he's going to own an NBA team one day and be a good NBA owner, I think. I think he's going to
Didn't he say it's not if, it's when?
Yeah. I absolutely believe he's going to own an NBA team one day. I think he's probably going to own the fucking Clippers or the Cavaliers or some shit.
Clippers going to go for $10 million.
Yeah.
10 bill, right?
Yeah, $10 billion. That's what I'm going to say.
Guys, we got to get out of here because if another one coming in to record,
we didn't even get to Full House.
Son, there's so much shit. We will speak to you guys next week. Thank y'all so much.
Thanks,
for
yes,
fucking with
Julz.
us. Thank you, yes, Julz.
Thank you,
you're the
Julz,
greatest
for a great fucking conversation.
Thank y'all for, and I know that you guys got a lot of opinions about the conversation that we had. Leave them in the comments. Obviously, tweet us, etc. Talk, and let's continue that conversation. I hope y'all continue the conversation amongst yourselves. Unpack these ideas. This shit ain't easy. I think that we did a pretty good example of, the ferocity of a passionate argument, but also come into some sort of resolution. So get in the Discord, get on the Patreon, get in your group chat, start getting it going. Let us know if we missed anything. Let us know some good opinions, other good ideas. It's great that we have a place to do this shit. Make sure you check out Wale Mania.
Yes, sir. Wale Mania, April 4th.
April 4th. Get the tickets for that.
Thursday.
Where do they get the tickets real quick?
SonyHall.com, Ticketmaster.com,
Boom. Also, Kaz's bios and all the
Twitter
stuff like that. Make sure you check that out. Akaash.
Just real quick, we didn't do the Captain comments. We'll do 2 next week.
We'll do 2
double
Captain. We'll double up next week. Sorry about that, guys. We appreciate y'all. Keep it tight. Minneapolis, we're gonna be there the 15th, 16th. Still a few tickets left. Make sure you gobble them shits up. And then we got Jacksonville, we got Orlando, we got Cleveland and Moon Tower and Austin. And then we're gonna announce some dope shit cooking up. Keep watching Views from the Sis. YouTube.com/TheAndrewSchultz. Keep sharing it. Thank y'all so much for watching and sharing. And thank y'all so much for being part of this community, man. I can't wait to tell you what we got going. Next week we'll do a nice update with Flavor Media Group, man, because we are fucking rocking and rolling, man. Shouts to everybody involved in that. I love y'all. Peace.